Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tides of Death. How are we doing today?
I'm doing.
I am fantastic.
Excellent.
So great.
Oh my god, that's so good to hear.
Have any of you seen Everything Everywhere All at Once? The movie?
It's not out in Germany yet. I'm so
Well, when it does come out in Germany or Ireland or the UK or where Neil lives,
Colorado.
please go and see it. It is the best movie I think I've ever seen, and it is worth your time.
Whoa.
Best
Yeah,
bad.
absolutely.
3 days to watch.
Yeah,
it.
you need to go see it and tell me how you liked it. It's worth your
Everything all the time?
It's Everything Everywhere All at Once. It is an
Okay.
A24 film, and it is immaculate. I just needed to share.
What does
I worry, though,
A24
'cause
mean?
Every time I'm recommended a film like
studio.
this, I go in and hate it.
Or Pursuit.
Got it.
Everything you hear something like this, you go in and hate it.
Yeah, like everyone's like, watch Breaking Bad, and I was like, it's shit.
Really?
Oh.
Okay. I don't usually hype a movie up, and I was skeptical about this movie because Steve was hyping it up a lot. But genuinely, this is a beautiful piece of art, and it's amazing.
I will definitely watch it because it sounds interesting.
Check it out.
Is it in Chinese?
It's like in English for the most part, but there are subtitles of sometimes when they speak Chinese.
All right. Okay. Cool.
Alrighty. Well, where did we leave off with our last session? I think...
John was a few seconds away from us. He was probably, like 20, 30
Literally,
yards
you could
out.
probably see me. Yeah.
Yeah, we could see him.
He
You're
was
probably
at least a
laces
full
of my
round
boots.
ahead of you. At least
I can agree with that.
a full round. Maybe 2 full
they're
rounds ahead of you.
dragging a 600
Okay, sorry about that problem. Welcome back to Tides of Death. What we were saying, John's in a
John
bit of
weighs
trouble.
600 pounds.
He weighs
Right.
4.1 times his usual body weight, which I think
So
is
he's
probably somewhere.
150.
It's
Yeah.
probably somewhere between 150 and 200.
Yeah, so he's being dragged through the burning streets of Oaktown. The other party members were fighting off some enemies, eventually just barely killing the guard in front of them. And looking down the street, flaming buildings on either side, they see John being dragged round a corner, half a block or two down. You can begin to pursue.
Party sprints towards him.
Yeah, the raging inferno of the town on fire. In the raging inferno of the town on fire, one of the grain silos used to feed the cows goes up in a large grain explosion, blasting debris and flaming thatch all over the streets in front of you, blocking off your route to John. He's somewhere in the town, out of sight, as the whole thing begins to burn down. So what do we do? Do you brave the infernos of the town, risking life and limb because one of you's at 1 HP and one of you's at 14 HP, in hopes that you might find him? Do you retreat and come back for him a later day? Is there a third option?
Archie is... So we should be far behind him. I agree that the grain silo can blow up or whatever. That's totally fine and realistic. But we should be able to... No one will throw this out. We should be able to find him. Let's keep going. We should be able to catch him. John is 600 pounds right now, and they are not going to be dragging him quickly at all, especially after that huge blow up.
Great. You see the road in front of you that they were dragged down is sort of covered in burning debris. If you run through this burning debris, you can make a saving throw versus breath weapon for half damage, taking 2d6 because it's a large area of flaming air, 1d6 because it's a large area of flaming debris on a failure, and half of that on a success.
Nilram will pull out his healing salve and he will hand it to Archie and tell him that he can't possibly go. He's going to return to the ship and get the crew. But these two are going to have to brave it.
The two of you by yourselves going into enemy territory in the middle of an inferno? Are you willing to risk your lives for John? Is he that good of a captain?
Of course. I mean, Archie is 100%.
Archie is.
He's going to demand that everyone else come with him.
Nilram can't physically come. He's too injured, and he'll tell you that.
I guess. No, Archie wouldn't use the healing salve at this point because it would cost time, right?
Mm-hmm. Takes time to sit in.
Yeah. He would just sprint as fast as he can.
All right. Can I get saving throws versus breath weapons from both of you, please?
Absolutely.
So,
How have you been talked into this, Sale?
well, Archie's important enough to be kept. So if Archie's going in, I'm pretty like safe in my health.
Healthy,
I'm not feeling
yeah.
dangerous yet.
Hold on, sorry, I'm struggling with roll 20 right now.
Nilrim's gonna go back to the ship and get it ready to go.
Mm-hmm. All
You
right.
better not leave without us.
Greenzerg, would you please roll me d6 for how much damage your rescuers take?
Yes. You can trust me. I'm gonna roll.
You said 2d6.
2d6.
1d6. I think 2d6 is a little
Okay.
bit much. That's actually quite a bit of damage.
Great.
So Pokemon challenges will take 1. PotatoMcWhiskey will take 3 as you race
bad.
across the streets.
3 damage accepted.
When you get past the burning debris, you get to that area where like the street turns, and you saw them drag John's body down here. And this is like a narrow street that connects a whole bunch of other avenues. You're gonna have to figure out which one it was that they dragged him down. Was it the first street, the second street, the third street? Did they go left? Did they go right? I'm gonna need lawyer me how you're gonna decide where he went and what check you want to use to follow the tracks through the burning town. With people
I'm gonna use
screaming and
wisdom.
soldiers everywhere.
'Cause
Why
I'm
is
getting
wisdom a
inside
good?
the heads of the enemy soldiers? I'm there because like town's burning down, right? And they've got precious cargo, so they're gonna pick the second safest route. They don't want to go the obvious route because that's where we'll chase them. They'll go the second safest route.
But for this,
That's my
wouldn't you
wisdom
have to
check.
know where they were going? Where do you think they're going?
They're probably going to a stone building of some kind that can't burn down. Like, for example,
There's a
the
keep
local
in town.
barracks or the keep. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you can see the keep from where we are. It's positioned on a slight bit of a hill, so it has like an overlooking view. It's also a tall building. You can see it, and you can see which of these paths probably leads there, even though you haven't been to this town before. So you're gonna make a wisdom check.
What's Archie look for?
Yeah. Nice.
Okay, so listen, hear me out on this, okay? Archie has a lot of experience dragging heavy things,
Uh-huh.
right? Because he's a very strong man. So he would know which paths other strong people would take dragging heavy things.
Sure.
So I would argue that a high strength character could use that attribute and their experience with it to figure out what other characters would decide based on their strength.
What would experience be like?
So
Not
you're gonna
strength.
say that by knowing what it's like to drag a body, you would be able to tell which route to go down based on the difficulty of the route, and that's a
Yeah,
physical
because
stat derived from your strength, which
because
is
Archie would be like, okay, that path has like stairs, right? I as a strong person wouldn't drag a body up stairs. I would drag it up somewhere where it's like more sloped, for example.
And you want to tell me that's a strength skill, not an intelligence or wisdom skill?
Yeah, correct. It's
Maybe perception
instinctual,
because he's
ingrained
looking
in
for
my
what
strength
he would
training.
see.
Fuck it, Archie. Do it.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god. Well, the both of your checks agree. The first most obvious route it would be just the very next corner, and that sort of twists and winds between an area that gets a little bit narrow. And Archie, you're looking at this and you're like, well, normally this is a fine place to go, but if you're dragging an enlarged person, he might get stuck in this area. There's like barrels and boxes in the way. It could be a little bit of a problem. And Sale, you said you don't go for the first obvious place, you go for the second obvious place, right? So the very next row over, it goes down maybe 50 feet and then hooks left right away. This is some other narrow alley in the backside of two different building blocks. This is the second best option to go down, and it has the advantage of you losing sight of anything that goes down it right away. So our two party members chase down this street. As you get down the street, you can hear voices coming ahead of you. It's sort of loud talking. There's a fire in the town. There's chaos happening all around you. Are you gonna stop and pick out what they're saying, or are you barreling through anyway? Quickly. Split second decisions. Archie, do you run?
I'm barreling.
Do you listen?
I'm barreling.
You barrel
I'm
through.
running. I'm running.
All right. You come round the corner and you find an oversized Captain John being set down as 6 soldiers stand about, 2 of them huffing and puffing, sweat running down their faces. 2 others seem very fresh and alert, spot you 2 coming, and then the other 2 look like one officer and a squire who have recently arrived, probably with these other 2 as reinforcements or maybe a search party running through town. They see you. 2 of them immediately spring to action in this narrow alleyway. Really, it's only 1 person wide in like a fighting capability, but since they have spears, they can sort of like line up next to each other. But only one of you with either rapier or fists can engage them. Who's the first to jump into the fray?
I'm going in.
All right, roll me initiative.
Fuck them up.
I'm gonna start casting Chaos Ward on Archie
Okay.
from behind him.
Yeah.
All right, I go first. I'm punching.
Yes, you go
He's-
first.
He's punching.
He
He casts
punches.
18 is a hit, right?
18 is definitely a hit. Yes, you smash one of them in the face.
6 damage.
Does not quite kill them. You're going to.
Hit.
It's the strongest one alive.
That is all. That is a hit, and it will destroy the person. One guy immediately drops to the ground. The other spearman grabs their weapon and thrusts it into your body, Archie.
Free block.
Free block. Ooh, is good. Doesn't matter. They would have missed anyway. So they try and like jab you in the ribs, and you push the spear into the building beside you. John.
Nick?
I roll initiative for Seymour. Okay, he's good. He's throwing stones.
No shot.
Where's
Got 1
Seymour?
damage.
Where is
He's
Seymour?
following. He's coming after me, right? He was with me. The fighting started. He leapt off my shoulder. He was kind of walking around. He's been following through the building.
Roll a breath saving
Are
throw
you?
for Seymour. Then.
Yeah, Seymour needs to make me
Yeah.
a saving throw versus breath weapon to get through the flames.
I think he deserves some sort of advantage for being a monkey. Like, he's not stupid, right?
I mean, he's more stupid than a person.
No, he's not just gonna go into fire, is
He
he?
wouldn't
He's
just
gonna
run through the
find a
fire.
way
He can
around.
climb over it. No.
Yeah.
The buildings are on fire. I think a
Well-
monkey doesn't go run into a flaming building, Captain John. Are you sure
No,
you
he
want to
climbed-
risk Seymour's life right here?
Maybe not any monkey, but Seymour would.
Seymour would.
All
Roll
right,
it. Just
roll
it.
me the saving throw versus
because
breath
what's
weapon.
What's his save? What's his save?
What's his HP?
Yeah, what's his HP? He's probably all right.
It's like the
Roll me a
regular-
d6 for his HP, please, if he hasn't already rolled it.
I roll his d6 for HP. Okay,
He's got
I'm
4
doing
hit
it. I'm
points.
risking it. Let's fucking go.
All right, give me a
Okay.
saving throw versus breath weapon.
Boom!
Probably
Did you
not.
get it?
Good enough.
That's
Well, I don't know. What level monkey is he?
he's a level 0 monkey. His saving throw versus breath weapon is 20.
Oh,
Yeah, he takes 3 damage. He's at 1 HP.
He's alive.
Okay. He's throwing
He's
rocks.
following behind the alleyway. He picks up a rock. He hurls it at one of the guards. It
Hit.
The fucking hit.
a 14 is actually a hit.
No, a
No,
19.
at 19.
What's
19.
the the 14 is a
was
saving
breath
throw.
throw.
Oh
Okay,
my
yeah, the
God.
19's
For
a
1
hit.
damage.
A 19 actually
damage.
clears by 5. A 19's a crit. Roll me another
Oh,
D2.
We aren't doing that in this
That's
campaign.
That's
though,
2
right?
damage.
No, but it's a natural
Oh, but it's a
19 and it
19,
clears by
yeah.
5. Yeah, you crit the guard for 2 damage with the rock in the head, Seymour.
That's good.
Nice.
That's better damage than Sail.
Absolutely.
Chaos Shield
Seymour
goes
should level
off.
after this. As I'm
what does it
casting
do?
my Chaos Shield, the glint of the fire reflects off Archie's anti-magic shield, and I redirect the spell to myself.
That's fine. You can change your subject.
Is there like an obvious way that I could run around and get behind these guys?
No, it's a tight building, tall 2-story buildings right here. Just, Archie in front of you, the spearman back there, then the officer and the squire and the other 2 people who have been hauling him. There's doors, there's windows. You're like, if there's 2 buildings that run sort of parallel, this is the alleyway between them where people dump their trash.
All right, I pick up a brick and throw it. I throw a brick.
Just chuck it at one of the people. Yeah, roll me a roll to hit.
D20.
Mm-hmm.
What dex on that, or
There's on your character sheet at the very top of the combat section, there's like a missile attack button or a basic attack missile.
okay?
Nice.
Yeah, 8. The brick goes overhead, whoosh, missing them, shattering on the wall above the people, the place where you can see the officer of all people has stopped and is binding John's wounds. And up from that area, you can hear the officer telling the 2 people who have been hauling this body that this is a pirate and we need information about where the pirates are. Take him to the keep at all costs. The White Prince needs the information this man has. The binding of wounds is successful because the officer has a first aid proficiency, and he will take his position in line with his squire. 1 soldier in front, then the officer and the squire, then the 2 people hauling John through the streets. How long does enlarge last?
I think it's 2 rounds per level, but let me make sure.
Might even be 1 turn per level.
It's 5 rounds per level.
Ooh, okay, so John is going to be enlarged for a good while here.
The whole time, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Half an hour, right? Yeah.
Initiative. We've got 1 soldier and 1 officer and a squire standing between our party and their captain.
Come on, Archie.
What initiative do you want for another brick throw?
Please roll me at
Unarmed.
3.
Okay.
There we go. Okay, so for our purposes today, I'm going to do a makeshift alleyway over here on this side of the map. And it more or less is going to be like this. The alleyway comes down here like this, and then it went over to the side, and then it went down like that. That's sort of the shape.
These
to
guys
it.
are going to be dragging him exceedingly slow.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, yeah, there's 2 of them. They're working together in tandem, and they're dragging, not lifting, but it's still slow to drag something 600 pounds between 2 people. Even if those 2 people are like very in shape young men, it's still going to be a slow drag.
Just making sure.
Yeah, and can we get a Seymour token as well?
Oh, I have an extra question. Did Archie
Yes.
kill one of the basic soldiers already?
Yes, he
Yes.
did.
And did he step forward over his body?
Yes, he did.
And so is the spear at Archie's feet that I could grab?
Yes, it is.
I'd like to
Nice.
change my action and grab that spear.
Excellent, please.
Good job.
And with that spear, you can stab over Archie without any problems.
Yep, that's exactly what I want to do.
Yeah.
I don't think I can do that this round, though, can I?
Yeah, you can pick it up because it's
Free action,
underneath
free action.
Archie. There's not really anyone in the way. There's no one like fighting you, so it's not a challenge to get it. You just have to like wait for Archie's feet not to be in your face.
Perfect.
John, here is
Yeah.
Seymour. He's maybe a little bit big, but he's yours to control.
That's amazing. Put him in the initiative list.
Dude,
I'm
next
gonna
fight,
just-
We're enlarging some more. We're gonna have
Yeah.
to let it fight for us.
There
Yeah,
you
you
go.
fucked up, Neil. Seymour's going to get enlarged.
He's
he
a
also-
small creature, so his initiative would be 1, right? Instead of 3.
Sure.
No, tiny gets 1. Small and medium both get 3. Strangely enough.
So
and
it's
10.
It's 10, yeah.
Here is Seymour's enlarged HP bar for
Yes.
maximum tracking of the monkey's HP.
Why is this token so weird?
Because stupid reasons. It's dumb. Alrighty. Our soldier will go first, slowly giving ground to Archie, backing up down this hallway. He will take a stab as he, slowly backs away, hoping he's not going to, get killed by the Crimson Fist himself. But he misses. Archie takes a
Hit
turn.
him.
And Sale?
It's my turn.
Yes.
Yes.
a crit.
Oh.
It's not a crit, right? Because it's only a
It's,
17.
it's not a crit,
Not a
it's just a
crit,
hit.
it's
I thought I crit it.
Wait, no, he crits on 16s.
I-
Oh,
that's true. He does.
You
yeah, he does.
do. So it is 11 points of damage, which will topple this guy. He falls backwards, chest caved in, slowly
go.
wheezing as he begins to bleed to death. And you can run over his corpse and
Throw my second punch. For 14?
Whoosh! It's a miss against the sergeant at arms, the officer here. However, we still have Sail.
Yes, I will make a attack over Archie. I don't know if it's just like my basic attack roll there.
Yep, same regular basic attack, and you will catch the officer
Hell
in the
yeah.
throat with the tip of your spear. Roll me double damage.
What is the damage of a spear? I don't have it on my sheet.
2d4.
Are you two-handing it? Yeah.
Oh my word.
So roll
Dude,
44.
are we sure that that Nick's dead body doesn't give us all like passive blast or something?
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
13 damage to the officer, and because you rolled such an incredible crit,
Oh, you're gonna pull out the table?
Oh, we're doing the table.
Oh, let's
table.
fucking go. We
This is
love
a
the
bad.
table.
It's a bad omen, that.
We love the crit table.
Oh, is it like a wound thing? Like depending
Yeah.
on the,
Yeah.
like, taking a
Yeah.
awesome.
chances are low that you're really gonna do something great here. A spear is a medium-sized weapon, isn't it?
Yeah, it goes at 6. I would assume. I can look actually.
Yes, it's
Um,
6.
Yeah,
The
but then
damage
is
set,
it
it's all fun and games until like someone's character loses an arm.
Just gotta call Anton.
That's true.
Spear is medium, yeah.
Okay.
In
Sail,
the
I need
combat
you...
attacks book.
Yeah, perfect. Sail, I need you to roll me, I think it's a 2d4, and you want to roll really, really high.
Okay.
Oh my god.
God.
Jesus
You know, the reason
Christ.
we don't pull out the critical hit table is that you need to roll really well for it to do fun things, but you have just rolled maximum. That is the
I have Archie's
severity
dice today.
of the crit. I need you to roll me a d10 for the location of the crit. It more or less works its way up the body, so a 1 is around the feet and a 10 is the head.
Okay.
Oh, rip.
It's actually a stab like between Archie's legs into a toe.
It is. You strike him in the right knee and break his knee. Your spear goes all the way through, out the other side. The what's that thing on the top of your knee? Your platina? Your
Your capella or something? Tapella?
something like that. Yeah, just gets like knocked off of him, falls to the ground. He can only move at 1/3 movement speed, has a penalty of 4 to all attacks, and takes 1 point of damage every single round.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Good.
Nice shot.
I'm keeping this spear. It's my lucky spear.
We're gonna call him crippled right here. That would have been
Archie should
Sail's
get-
turn.
Does he get bonuses to attack off of that?
If this guy falls to the ground, which I think he does when your spear goes through your knee, I'm going to say you fall down. This guy will be fighting at 2 for being on the ground, and everyone else has a bonus of 2 to hit him because he's kneeling.
Yep.
And that's when Seymour goes.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Correct. Oh my god.
Can Seymour roll on the crit table, Neil?
Sure, but it's a small weapon, so it's only a d6 for
Okay.
severity.
Oh, come on.
Ooh,
That's not bad.
Roll me a d10. 3. It's his other leg. In the left leg, you break his other knee, and he's knocked down, and he's got half move in one leg and third move in the other. He's completely
kneeling.
prone. He's just fucked. It is the officer's turn. Both legs broken, or one knee broken, one knee badly damaged. Sword in hand.
Check.
He shouts to the squire, "Get out of here! Timmy, save yourself!" And is going to fails his morale and just pulls his shield over his body and lays down so you can run over him and past him if you want.
Fucking awesome.
I wanna. Is Timmy running?
Timmy is still staring in awe, frozen,
Wonderful.
petrified with fear.
Second attack.
Yeah. I
You
wanna
do.
attack Timmy.
You quickly move over the officer.
It's a crit.
Little Timmy raises his hands in defense. You push them aside. Your brass knuckles collide with his forehead. It collapses in. Little Timmy is dead.
Keep going. Get John.
Wow, that went
All right.
way faster than I expected. You can go through this alleyway and pop out on the other side, maybe 100 feet down or so. Coming out the end, you'll see that there's just a little path that meanders through a small meadow area all the way up to the keep, which is maybe another like fifth of a mile from you, like a couple hundred more feet. The town is on fire, but that's all behind you now. This meadow before the keep is completely free, and you see two people huffing and puffing and hauling John. One of them looks over their shoulder and spots you, and they drop John's giant leg, singed from all the fire, because they're pulling one leg, and so it's been out exposed to all the heat this whole time, and all the hair is burned off of it. And leaving his leg, they bolt for the keep. What do the two of you do?
Oh, I sprayed for John.
Yeah, me too.
All right, you can catch up with John. The other soldiers will get away, running to the keep. He's unconscious, but his wounds are bandaged.
I'm alive.
I take a scoop of, I ask Archie for his healing salve, and I take a scoop, and I spend 1 minute applying it to John.
Excellent.
Just to get him back on his feet if I can.
Yeah.
If I can wake him up.
Yeah. You're outside of the burning zone. You can see the chaos of people running around. You're in this like semi-gardeny or semi-woodsy area, so there's some bushes that can give you a little bit of cover if you move into them. You can see soldiers trying to like shoo people out of the town and into the keep for protection from these damned evil pirates who have come here. But you're safe for now as the town burns down. It's going to take John a few minutes to wake up. How many healing salve charges are you going to expend?
Well,
the one that I gave him was a full salve.
Okay.
I'll ask Archie, Archie, how many do you want, and how many will we give John?
Hold on, Nilrim gave me 2. I
had 2 on my character sheet, actually. Nilrim would have gave you the full salve.
I have 0 on my character sheet right now.
Yeah.
We can just give both to John.
So you would have given John 9.
Wait, what? Sorry.
I had 2 character sheet, 2 healing salves on my sheet. One with 2 healing, and one was a full salve. Okay. So Nilrim would keep 1 for him, and he's gonna give you the full salve. So John can heal up for a maximum of 9.
Okay. Yeah, I would just give all of it to John. I think I'm fine.
All right.
Sure thing. And I think we say let's get him out of here, out of the cover. Like we'll find if there's like a tree nearby we can hide behind or something. Like
as I'm like distraught, stabilizing him. I'm still like very, very confused and stuff. We gotta shave his legs. Sam, we gotta shave him. We gotta get him. We gotta get him in shape. Let's go do something.
He'll be fine, Archie. We've got him. We got him back. And look, he's not big anymore. Like the anti-magic shield shrunk him.
Oh, that's good. At this point, Seymour turns up and calls into a ball on John's chest.
I reserve 1 healing salve for Seymour, heroically, who fought in that battle.
Yeah, he really
I'm
did.
giving Seymour head pats.
Nice.
All right. You can wait as the fires burn down, but on the other side of the battle, back in town, is Nilrim. Nilrim has gone back to the ship. No one challenges you. The harbor is yours. You have free reign at 1 HP. What are you doing?
Nilrim starts to get the crew together. And
was there much of a crew that came here?
There were like 3 or 4 people.
Okay.
We brought the 3rd level archer along. We brought, I believe, James along. Like there were like 2 or 3 people left on the boat. So Nilrim gets the crew ready, and he's gonna give the order to wait for John.
All right. Well then. Time passes. 5 minutes. 10 minutes. Town burns everywhere. You've stopped seeing people other than like up on the hill as people make their way into the keep. 15 minutes passes.
No one's challenging us, right?
No one's come out here whatsoever. The cows that were stampeding have either fallen into the ocean or stampeded back into town and run off. They're gone by now.
Worst case, people come to the harbor and try to fuck with them, and they just leave. If it's like an overwhelming force. But
no,
he's gonna.
No one will come. It takes another 15 minutes before you can see Seymour leading John, Sail, and Archie around the side of the town, through the harbor, back towards the. I'm assuming that's what the 3 of you were gonna do.
Yeah, I'm back on my feet at this point.
Yeah. You are back on your feet. Of the 9 charges, 1 got used on Seymour. John needed 6. That leaves 3 left. Did 3 get applied to someone?
I think we just gave them all to John. Anything above the...
All but 1.
So I'm on 4 HP then.
You're on 4 then.
Okay. Have you given Seymour his HP back? He's on 2 now. I'll do it.
No. Yeah, please give him his HP.
Yeah.
We need
Excellent.
Nilrim to learn a way to permanently enlarge animals, so we can have like King Kong Seymour.
Oh my god.
Nilrim will happily grab James and point and say, "Told you they'd come back."
They're doing it. My god, they're doing it. I can't believe it. He says.
How's the town look? Is the fire spreading?
Yeah.
Did the fire spread it all to the meadow too, as they're leaving, or no? Would they not have seen it?
Ooh, let's roll a weather check for the day. See how the winds are affecting the flames. That's really what's gonna dictate it. It's actually a rather calm day, so most of the town will burn, but anything that has like a good separation will probably survive. The meadow will mostly be okay. The outlying farms are probably going to be fine, but the core center of the town, that's going down.
Can I roll a D100 of the severity of the fire?
Sure. Oh, everything in that core section's going down. Maybe a couple of buildings that have some stone on them are going to survive, and they won't like collapse under the weight of their things, but anything that can burn will burn.
Good.
Excellent. Our party gets back to the ship all together again.
On the way back though,
Uh-huh.
I say, what happened? How did we end up in this field?
Well, you got knocked out, some guys dragged you away, and then Archie turned into a human fist and punched his way to save your life.
I got you.
It's the spirit,
John.
Archie.
I got you.
That's why you're my number one. Let's get out of here. And as we get back to the dock, I'll turn around to the burning town and I'll say, "You think you could take me? You think you could take Captain John Winters? Think again, you old fucks." And I hope this whole place burns to the ground. And I'll go back to my ship.
We'll
You get in the
return to
boat.
ship.
And out to sea you go, pounding the drums, setting the sails.
As we leave the harbor, I hold up both of my middle fingers to the town as it burns.
Yeah. I felt bad for them at first, but fuck that.
Yeah, fuck them.
I kept the ship here for you, Captain. I knew they'd get you back.
Yeah, thanks, Norm. Next time,
did
save
this
some of your
happen?
spells for actual fighting.
How did
Well,
we
to be
come to a town to kill an inquisitor? There was no inquisitor, and we ended up burning it to the fucking ground.
That's true. I did stab the harbour master in the back, though, and I always hated those guys. Always
As the
causing trouble.
As the ship heads out to sea, we're going to take our first break a bit early and come back on the other side with some more Tides of Death. See you soon. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tides of Death. Our party sails away from the destruction, heading back out to sea, everyone alive and together. John, you can find one of your legs has the hair singed off it, all the way up and down.
Oh, well, you know. Such is the perils of captainhood, it seems. Yes, losing the fresh, newly grown hairs on one's leg.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just happy to be alive. And I'm in my... Oh, are we on the longboat? Or are we on the... We're on the longboat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm just kind of like at the end of the boat, like lying down.
Norm will go over to Archie and whisper in his ear, "Archie, hold him down. We gotta shave his leg. It's for good luck."
It is good luck. It's worked every time since
It's worked every time since.
I'll walk over slowly to Captain John.
Oh, hey, Archie.
What's up, John?
Hey, buddy.
We had a. It was pretty close back there.
That was a close one,
got
huh?
you. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad you were
always
there.
rely on me, right?
Mm-hmm. And you wouldn't leave me behind.
Yeah, of course not. But there's also a lot of like luck involved with this kind of stuff, and you know that you can't take any chances out there, right? There's like stuff that works, stuff that doesn't work.
Absolutely, we've been
No one
taking
will
too
walk
many
up
chances
behind.
recently.
And we'll say out, "It's tradition, John. Now, we can do
tradition,
this the
y'all.
easy way or the hard way."
Wait, what are you talking
Tight
about?
around you.
It's already gone. Look, I pull away. It's already gone. Look, it's all burnt off. There's just a little
point
bit.
to the other one. What about that one?
That
yeah,
pant leg was up the whole time.
I begrudgingly roll up the pant leg. Oh no. That's it. But no, it's only just started growing back. It's already basically shaved,
No,
John,
Oh, God,
you need
no!
to be aerodynamic.
no will. I assume that's a fuck up, Neil. Can I do a saving throw versus? Norm tried to do the Bard's dagger to shave his leg, but I rolled a 1.
Give me a saving throw versus death. Roll d20. Oh my god. All right,
No,
Captain
let's do
John, I'm going to leave this to you. Either he fumbles so badly he drops his knife overboard, or he fumbles so badly he stabs you.
Oh,
Don't make me drop
he drops
the
his
bard
knife,
dagger.
Absolutely.
No, not the bard.
It goes over the sea. Lost to the
Norm
depths.
Dumbass.
screams out.
No!
Wait,
Somebody,
you could go get it.
somebody get us a sharp knife. We gotta have something over here.
Hold on.
No, it's a sign.
Norm jumps in after it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Do you have a swimming proficiency, Nilrum?
I would hope so. I always take that.
He
Me
screams
too.
wild card bitches.
Yes, I do. Yes.
All right, make me a
What?
swimming proficiency to find the knife. No. You splash in the water. You swim around looking, but it's already lost to the murky depths. You have no idea where it is, and you can't hold your breath that long. It's pretty. The water's pretty deep here. It's gone.
Man overboard. Everybody
I
look
will.
out. Throw the man some rope. God damn it.
Whoever's on the
gently.
drum stops it.
I say, can he swim?
Norm cries out.
Sure.
In
we
anguish.
can.
Oh god, I will dive in after him. Because I don't know if he can swim or not. He's crying, so I'm gonna jump in after him.
You jump in after
John.
him. The boat pulls away slightly.
Look for the dagger.
I'll mutter under my breath that these people are idiots, and I will gently pray to Rohi under my breath to bring the dagger.
Well, I do pass a perception check, Neil.
This isn't to have Rohi drag them down to the depths.
No, I just want the dagger.
Okay. The dagger's gone. It's gone. Had a whole
If I
round
ever get
to
a wish
sink.
scroll, Captain, I tell you that dagger's coming back.
Don't be stupid, Nora. Get back in the boat. I start to
Norm
climb
will
back into
climb
the
back
boat.
out.
The rope's cast. The party gets dragged back in.
Yeah, we don't
Slowly.
swim enough, actually. For all this time out on the sea, we could do with spending more time inside of it. I sit back down on my spot and roll my pant leg back down. And I look at Archie and I like as if like, no more shave it. That's enough now. It's gone too far. One leg.
You heard him,
We'll
guys.
say
One leg, every time.
One leg every time. That's fine. I'll settle
We'll
for
keep
that.
it at one leg this time, John. If you die after this because of this, I'm gonna kill you.
Then
You
it's
will
on
be
me.
the most perfectly shaved corpse in the world. Okay, do you understand?
I wouldn't have.
Now I'm
any
gonna have
other
to
way.
kill another bard. Take their dagger. Look
What
what
is it
you've
with
done.
you and bards? What is it with you and bards, Nora? What do they ever do to you? They just play music while you're sitting there trying to enjoy yourself at the tavern. What's wrong with that, hey? What's wrong with that? I ask you. I know you think that you're the most interesting person to ever open their goddamn mouth, but sometimes when I'm sitting in a tavern with you, I'd like to just listen to the guy playing the guitar without having to listen to you going on about it, on and on. Bards are stupid. I hate bards.
That's what
music
pisses me
sucks."
off the most,
I
Captain.
think, I think he's saying what we're all thinking right now, Magic Man. Like, I really like music, actually. I like my sea shanties. I like sitting in a bar. I'm not on water. I like feeling like I'm in water. I want them to play some sea shanties. Can't hear those if you fucking kill them all the time, can we?
We should get a bard for the base.
We should, yeah.
We should have got that bard back from that island. He was cool. Do you remember how cool he was? He was just sitting up there playing his little guitar while we were all killing each other.
God, he was so badass.
Yeah, he was badass.
Shakes his head. Disgusted.
Just the worst. Well,
He had a sweet dagger too. Oh, that's gone. Sorry.
back to base we go. We're gonna get some downtime here so we can get some experience and our party can heal. Because of your trained healer, Sail, you can heal at 3 HP per day of full dedicated rest. So let's figure out the minimum amount of time you have to spend here, which is the maximum HP that has been lost, which is going to be Archie. 40 minus 13 divided by 3. So bare minimum is 9 days, and that's if Archie goes to sleep and doesn't get out of bed for 9 days.
Yeah, I can also give him accelerate healing, so it should be more like 5 days. I think.
Oh,
minimum.
yeah, that'll do it.
So
Okay.
I'll spend, however long I need to, accelerating everyone's healing, making sure we're all getting back up to shape.
Nilrim is gonna spend this time healing and learning a few, probably 2 spells.
Yeah, I mean, 5 days, but we can take like a week. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
We could take longer. We could take 2.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nilrim wants to learn forget, and I have clairaudience and clairvoyance that I could learn.
Well, while we are resting and you're up or doing these things, there's going to be some other stuff that happens that I want to let you know about. 2 days after getting to base, you will see a ship of the White Prince sailing inline, coming from the direction of Oaktown. Either this ship has just left Oaktown yesterday, or it was already on its way to Oaktown and you just happened to be ahead of it and has sailed past. But either way, it has come via Oaktown and is crossing through, stopping off temporarily in Port Ferris. You don't have to do anything about this, but you'll see it pull into Port Ferris and then leave again that same day with some extra folks on it. Hard to tell exactly what's going on in there unless someone's got some magic that can see.
What kind of
I don't
ship
think
is it?
so. It's a clipper, one of those primary ships that the White Prince uses to navigate on the Outer Rim.
So how many people do we think are on there? 30, 40?
50, 60. If it's got a full complement, it could easily be 60 people.
Okay. I use mine. When I see it, it comes into Port Ferris for a day, right?
Not even for a day. It swings on through, docks, and then maybe an hour and a half later takes off.
You can say I don't get the chance, but if I could, I would like to like sort of sneak out the back entrance of the base and like snuggle down into a bush or something and watch it with my spyglass.
Totally.
Just for the hour and a half it's there.
Mm-hmm. Give me a perception check to see what you find out.
I assume I don't get to take advantage
Correct.
because of the spyglass. Yeah.
Correct.
4. 12.
Yeah. Nope. Crap. You don't see shit.
Well, I see some stuff, right?
I mean, yeah, you see some stuff, but like not much. There's just some people walking around.
They're gathering soldiers, it looks like.
With the 12, you can just see that there are people on deck, but you can't make out what is happening. There's too much other stuff in the way. The ship is rocking. You have to hold that eyeglass like super steady to be able to see anything. Like every little bump is a problem. There's a little bit of mist, what do you call it, marine layer going on here. So your vision is too obscured to make out any useful information whatsoever.
Okay, I watch it anyway. Know thy enemy. I'm going to write that down. That's the first in John's list of strategic commandments.
Well, you should at least be able to get like the ship's name and then like a rough crew count, like because the ship would look really busy, and you would be like, okay, that's like a 30 to 40 man crew, because you would know because you're a ship person, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
Ship's
You
name.
can get its name. It is named. Really bad at ship names. What is it named, Sail?
The Ocean Scion.
The Ocean
something like that.
Scion. Okay.
Ocean
The Sea
Scion.
Scion.
The Sea Scion, yeah, there you go.
Okay.
The Scion. And it looks to have roughly a full crew. So around 60 people.
Okay. Cool.
But that's that. We're
Yeah,
gonna
that's fine.
rest for at least a full week. Nilrum, you can need how many days of bed rest before you can start learning spells?
I need 19 HP.
Okay.
Is it 3 a day?
Yeah, that'd be 6 days or 3 if you have Accelerate Healing cast on you. So
No.
Yeah, I
Last
can cast
for
2
it,
accelerate
yeah.
healings a day, so I should be able
Great.
to keep people covered.
okay, so it'll only take you 3 days to heal. 1, 2, 3. So, what spells do you want to learn, Nilrum?
Stinking Cloud. It is a 2nd level spell.
Mm-hmm.
And
Nice.
the 3rd level spell that he's going to, or sorry, another 2nd level spell he's going to try and learn is Forget. So this is for Stinking Cloud, failure, and this is for Forget, which is a pass.
Okay, and roll me
and
44
then
days.
44. Sorry, takes 13 days.
Forget's not enchantment, no.
Forget
it
his
is.
enchantment.
So I can't learn that.
Sorry.
All right, can I pick another second level spell? Give me a minute.
Yeah, that's fine.
Did you pass the first roller? 19.
No, because I'm a dimensionalist.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah.
Okay. Well, you know, we spend most of our time healing. I spend that one day sort of resting on the top of the base to get a look at the ship, but other than that, I think we're keeping our heads low.
Okay.
I'll
Oh,
take,
you rolled... Wait, you rolled D4 near the moon. It should be D2s.
Oh, for days to learn? Yeah, this should be D2s.
Yeah.
Ooh,
days.
much better.
I'll take ESP.
Good one.
Great.
So
Roll
now-
me a D100 to learn.
Am I able to have my other D100 or no?
Nope. Nope.
No,
There you go.
that sucked. That would have sucked.
That would have been.
This was
sad.
ESP. Second
Yep.
level divination spell.
Oh, it's ESP, like you can see through walls and stuff?
That's X-ray
No, I
vision.
can hear surface level thoughts.
Ah.
So I'm gonna be reading your guys' mind. Thanks.
Like the entire
Yeah.
time Archie's thinking about like punching things.
It's pretty much all he thinks about. Yeah, that and the waves.
So while I calculate experience, why don't you tell me what it's like for our people back in base? You have a large group of folks, and you've got some serious downtime. So what
Yeah.
are the sorts of things that you spend your downtime doing? And let's see.
Well, there's too many people. I'm starting to think about who I would want to send to go and repopulate the Skeleton Island and use it as a bit of a secret second base.
Like a forward base, yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Well, not even like a base so much as just trying to set up like a settlement where rogues and pirates can go there and chill out. I was thinking at some point we could go back to where the bard was, pick up some people from there as well.
And it would be like a
So-
contract thing, like, hey, work on this island for a year,
Yeah,
get some
like
money.
we'll pay you to work here for a year. You know, we'll pay you half the second year if you stick around.
Norm is gonna go around and use ESP and read his underling's thoughts and tell me if there's anything of concern. So he's gonna basically go around and see if he can pick up someone doing some weird shit, and he's also going to use it on his wizard friend. I'll have 2 castings a day. It lasts 6 rounds per level, so 12 minutes a day.
Great. Merlin is trying to kill you. He is looking for every possible method that he might have access to kill you. He's got this gear that you've made for him. Have you made his gear for him yet? That's in the process
It's
of
in the
being made.
process,
Right.
yeah.
So I think right now he's what? How is he? Is he just tied up? Is he just locked in the anti-magic room? What is his deal?
I think he's locked in the anti-magic room, tied up.
Okay, someone has to feed him. So
Hands
he's
behind
just
his back,
stewing in his wrath and anger. He's been here for months now.
He's
and
brought
all-
out daily to teach magic to Shoshana. No, not Shoshana. To Sylvie.
Sylvie, yeah.
So that's his whole life right now.
Yeah, and he hates it. He hates everything about it. He hates Sylvie. He hates you. There's just like rage burning inside of him as he tries to figure ways to get out of this. You catch a surface thought of like, they left that knife unattended on the table for 5 minutes. Maybe I can get to it one next time. If I just knock over a cup, then like they'll distract people and I can get that knife. And then when I'm in here alone, I can cut my ties. And then maybe I can make a plan. That's sort of like thought that passes over and over.
With that one, Nilrim will go and tell Wiley to tell everyone that there are no knives to ever again be brought in with Merlin. And he's going to put a stop to that one. No sharp objects. You will feed him. He will eat by his own hand. Put food on the floor and let him eat it like a dog.
Oh, this will only drive him more angry in the future.
His fault.
Yep.
Yep.
Anything else of interest, I guess, going around in the few days?
I'm
See if we can pick
continuing
anything up.
my punching training for my boys and my girls.
Nice. What was James's new name? Kulfu?
Alfu, yeah.
All right, we're just going to rename him Kulfu.
Hey, we talked once upon a time about maybe having secondary characters that maybe would do the odd episode. I might just roleplay Kalfu when he comes up from now on, if that's all right. And I'll have him be a secondary guy. Yeah, okay.
Excellent.
Is there, Neil, is there anything that stands out to me during my training? Is there anyone who's doing particularly poorly, doing particularly well? Anything that stands out to me?
Euclid has definitely benefited from his weird time in the Feywild. Much aging. Like, he's definitely a far more competent fighter than the last time you saw him. And Kulfu, as well, has really come a long way. Both of them have leveled appreciably. Mary Beth, we should also level up as well. She has hit 2nd level, and we will let you, maybe this is even 1st level? 2nd level, yeah. Would you roll me a d10 for the new HP that she gains? D10 minus 1, because she's got low con for some reason.
I'll just do d10 and we can subtract 1. Right?
Yeah. All right, so she gets another 4, bring her to 6 out of 6. But she does get a +1 to hit for level. And we will give her a punching and martial arts class D. So she will get a +1 to AC from her combat fighting style. Style D. And we will give her 1 to hit and 2 for damage for fighting specialist. 1.5 attacks per round, bludgeoning damage, speed 3, melee.
And is Seymour a level 1 rogue now? He is, Neil. You can't deny it. He has to be.
Okay. Fine. Seymour's a level 1 rogue. But he can only put skills into hide, move silently, and pick pockets, and climb walls.
Okay. Yeah,
never read languages, never open locks, never disarm.
That's good.
Well, he's already got some points in climb walls. Let's not.
Well, I think he's just got high dex, right? Like, Seymour probably has like 17 or 18 dex. I'll give you a Seymour character sheet.
Kind of Seymour character sheet, yeah.
How do you spell Seymour? Is it S-Y-M-C?
I think we're doing S-E-Y-M-O-U-R.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah.
It's fucking extra U's that you put in all your words, like color and favorite.
Just
what's wrong with
armor?
Strange people. What have you done to our language?
Can I roll a proficiency check for Merlin for teaching Sylvie?
Yes.
See how they're doing. What is his wisdom? That's what teaching keys off of.
I think his wisdom is 13.
Okay. He's not doing well. And then that's for Sylvie's ability to learn, I guess.
Yes. So he's maybe not that great of a teacher right now. Not too surprising. She is definitely learning everything that she can, though. Those will work out in our favor. What level is Sylvie now? 1?
I think she's either a 1st or 0th level. Yeah.
Yeah. So why don't you can roll to see if she's learned any spells. Okay. Essentially, you can just assign her spells out of spell books and make the roll checks for her. I'll let you do that a little bit.
I'll do it later, yeah.
Well, I'm still calculating XP, so you've got some time to do it now.
I was going to give her all the bitch spells.
Yeah. Archie, you are, as you said, like training these people and seeing what's up with them. One of the things that you're going to notice is that little Bobby, one of the first recruits that you've got, for a long time, he was sort of the butt of all the jokes, and the lowest man on the totem pole. And he's really, with all these new people, he's really come up in the ranks. All these new people sort of think that he's like an old timer that's been with the crew. They sort of see him in like a junior seniority level. Like, you've got the main crew up here, and then you've clearly got Wiley, who's important. And Sylvie's getting spells, and Mary Beth and Euclid and Kaifu are all training. And then there's Bobby, and then there's like everybody else. Is that an appropriate spot for everyone to see Bobby these days? Has he really progressed to a junior leader position?
Has Johnny progressed to a junior leader position?
Yeah.
The thing is, like, I don't think he can. I think kind of by like default, just by kind of how things have shaped up. Because let's keep it a buck. Like, we're not running a very tight ship in here. Everything's a little chaotic in terms of like leadership structure, right? It's all like, hey, who's in charge of this? Oh, I don't fucking know. Bobby, I guess. He's been around long enough, right? Like in that kind of sense, I feel like he's taking a leadership position, but everyone still super shits on him.
Okay. So what are you going to do about the fact that a lot of the newcomers are giving Bobby respect?
I will try to undermine that respect by bullying him in front of them and encouraging them to do so.
Can you give me an example of how this might occur? Just one of the times. Just a quick flavor of...
Like there will be like a question coming up. It's like, hey, how are we supposed to clean this room or whatever? And somebody will ask Bobby in front of me, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, Bobby, how should we do that, huh? And then he like starts talking and like gives like a kind of reasonable idea. I'm like, yeah, that's a garbage idea, Bobby. That's a garbage idea. You thought that was good? And then I give a different idea on how to do it. And then like I make a quip about how he's tiny and weak and ugly. And then everyone laughs.
I think that goes very well. Yes, Bobby is quickly undermined in front of the new crew members, and I don't know if this is a problem for you, but you see him go and sulk after this, and doesn't show his face around the rest of the crew as much for the next few days. Kind of like keeps a low profile. You can see that he was really, really jonesing for that respect, and now that it's taken from him again, he's sad. Sail, what is going on the spiritual questing front of all of this jazz? While other people are, badgering Bobby and treating the wizard like a dog, and Captain John is sneaking off into the bushes by himself every now and then and playing with Seymour. What are you doing?
I spend a very small amount of time with Mary Beth, continuing to teach her omen reading, because that was something I was teaching her to do. But most of my time is kind of like in contemplation, like kind of decompressing from all the trips and journeys that we've been on. Like, what is my purpose now? What am I here for? What do I want? What even is this crazy adventure that I'm on? These sort of things. So mostly in reflection, and probably a good bit of drinking actually as well.
Okay, great. I think I messed up earlier and I gave Mary Beth the fighter bonuses when it should have been Shoshana who gets the fighting bonuses, and Mary Beth gets the clerical adjustments. My mistake, so I'm refixing those. Tell me about how things are going with Mary Beth. Is that
I don't imagine I'm going to be a very good teacher this round, because I'm kind of distracted with all the stuff I've been like. I'm distracted with all like the death of my brother and like the purpose with Rohi, and like just generally where the group is, what I've been tasked to do, all that sort of stuff. So I probably like give kind of a half-hearted day or two where I like do a couple like omen readings with her, and like what do you see in the sand, sort of a thing.
Well, why don't you give me a wisdom check? And here's her int check for learning, and this is your wisdom check for teaching. Oh, yeah. So Mary Beth is coming along with this stuff. You've been trying to teach her omen reading, and it is seeming to work. When you go out there, and even if it's half-heartedly because you're sort of drunk and upset about the death of your brother, you cast your omens into the sea and sprinkle the sand, and then Mary Beth does the same, and you reconvene afterwards, and you both end up with the same answer. She hasn't quite, like, heard Rohi call out to her or grant her any spells, but she is able to at least communicate with divination, with basic omen reading techniques.
Yeah,
what do you want to do?
She's kind of like going to be like a mystic kind of healery kind of person. I don't know if I'll be able to turn her into a full cleric of Rohi, but she might serve as a doctor on a ship, for example.
Okay, so then you've also been teaching her like first aid.
Yeah, first
Great.
aid and a little bit of herbology or whatever I know.
Yeah. So we'll give her an omen reading proficiency and a first aid proficiency. Great. I think they're both wisdom based. Are there any bonuses on omen reading?
It is just -2 base, I think.
Okay. Great. Right, John, last but not least, what are you doing?
Yes. Well, first of all, I need to ask you about Seymour's stats here. So I'm going to propose some rolls for you, Neil. What do you think about these for his stat block?
Intelligence D4. Cut it out.
I can reduce it into D4.
D4 +1 for int.
Okay.
Willpower can be just a flat 3d6. That's fine. Charisma 2d6. Con should also be 3d6 because that's a relative stat. You know, he could be a high con
Okay,
monkey or low
relative.
con monkey.
All right.
Dex should not have the capability to reach 20.
Well, really?
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, we could do 12 plus d6. That's fine. And
Okay.
sure, strength at d6 is fine. Maybe he's got some roids or something.
Okay, here we go. Strength. 3.
To be expected. He's only a monkey.
He's a monkey.
Yeah.
D6 plus 12. What about 2d6 D1 plus 12?
If you can roll higher than a 15 on a d20, I'll give it to you.
Okay. That's easy. I can do that all day.
Oh,
there we go.
did it.
God.
Fuck.
Come on.
Oh my god.
Not good, deal. Bad decision.
He's got 12 card. Amazing.
Okay.
The odds were in my favor.
Was it D4 plus 1 for ints? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3 ints.
that's about
Kinda
right.
smart.
Yeah.
He's not very
Otherwise-
brave. He's not very brave, no.
Wait.
Was it?
Oh, no.
That's wisdom, right?
He said he could do 3d6.
Yeah, give me another d6 on the wisdom.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, well, you should re-roll it.
Yeah, it's good.
No.
Hey, eight's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
8's better than a lot of humans.
Yeah.
What was charisma? 2d6?
3d6.
Mm-hmm. Sexy
10.
monkey.
And then we're doing a 46 D1 for perception. How's that?
That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, it's not very perceptive.
He's very dexterous, though.
He's dexterous. Well, me and Seymour are similar. You know, we're high dex, low, everything else.
I would argue that monkeys are like prey animals, and they would need high perception to survive in the wild.
Well, that's why I rolled the 46 D1 though.
Fair.
Yeah.
You just rolled low.
I rolled 4 or 5 spells for... What's her name?
Sylvie?
She's been there for months. So she got Alarm, Armor, and Identify Potion.
Ooh.
All first level.
She's got spells now. That's pretty sweet. As for what else I'm doing, I did have a thing I'd set up with that woman who'd seen the ships coming in and out of the island. I was going to pretend to be like a witch hunter and talk her into not mentioning it, but I feel like the time for that might have passed. So I don't think I'm getting accelerate healing. So I'm probably spending most of the time in bed. Maybe
sense.
practicing whatever non-weapon proficiency I'm going to take, which I don't know what it is yet, but he's probably doing something like that.
Well, if you take accelerate healing, you can be fully healed in like 3 days.
Yeah, but you
We
said
only have
two a day, right?
Norman Archie took him.
No, but accelerate
is
healing
that-
has a duration of 3 days. He can cast 2 a day. So someone won't get it for the first day, but otherwise everyone will have it.
Okay. Yeah, so I can get that.
Nilrim goes around one more time and just makes sure nobody's planning anything funky. Doesn't pick up anything crazy.
No, everyone on your crew is either John Brophy and Janet are still a little biffed, right? They were captives and they've joined the crew, but they feel sort of useless. Maybe not useless, like John Brophy was supposed to be your accountant, but now there's so much money coming in and everyone's like sort of giving it away and using it pretty freely. He's having trouble keeping his books. He's like pinching pennies, and John's like, no, give the monkey a gold. It'll be great. And John Brophy's like, but like accounting. So he's a little, miffed that his skills are being overwritten.
After this, we'll go up to Captain John and feed him some information. He's not going to tell anybody that he has a spell, but Nilrim is now going to have like an uncanny, what's the word? Like an knack for being able to pick up on what people need. Yeah, knack. So he's going to go up and he's going to be like, hey, I think John's been like a little miffed that the accounting is kind of getting like a little bit sorted by you.
You think so?
I think so. I can just see it in his face. We appointed him as an accountant. I think that stuff should run through him.
Well, maybe
or
I've
at
been
least,
thinking.
Run it by him.
Well, I've been thinking about the skeletons. On the I always forget the name of that island. What is it, Norm?
It's gonna be Sulphur Island.
Sulphur Island. I've been thinking now that we've cleared out some of them. There's too many people in the base. It used to be could wander around this place. At peace with one's own thoughts, and now there's like people running up and down the halls. Archie's got a big group of like 10 people that are all beating the shit out of each other every day. It's loud, and it's kind of ruining the vibe for me a little bit. So I was thinking maybe we move some people over there, kind of make a settlement that the White Prince doesn't have any say on, and maybe Brophy, maybe he could be like the mayor or whatever. The person who organizes the money and makes sure everything's running smoothly. He might like that.
Good idea. We could make it like a new little port that's set up.
Yeah, that's right. My hope is that random passers-by, including the White Prince, won't really go there because, of the curse and everything.
I think we should want random passers-by to go there, sell us their wares. Maybe we could start selling our wares at this port. Could be.
We could spread the word to trusted tradesmen and women.
I agree. Understood. Norm will go over and tell John the idea and tell him that he's going to be the mayor of the new city, and we're going to need his accounting skills there.
Oh yeah, he loves that idea. He really enjoyed running that business he had, and this idea of like being in a position where he can once again build something and is sort of responsible for things really appeals to him. The idea of like starting from scratch and building a brand new thing is a little bit daunting. Like that's a lot of responsibility, but
How about we invest some money in this, Captain?
I agree.
Say 4,000 gold?
Well, we can put some of our own money in to develop the place over time, I think. But I was thinking of maybe offering payments to anyone who wants to go there. We pay them some sort of annual salary for the first year, reducing by 50% for the second year.
Seems fine, and then they can keep their wages that they earn.
Yeah, any money that they make there. Basically, we're just subsidizing them for the first year or so.
So we'll pay them for the first year, and we'll continue to pay their wages. They will set fair market prices for items, and we'll take a flat 30% off the top. Seem fair?
I think let's work on taxing once the place gets up and running. For now, we don't need the money. Let's just subsidize the thing. Let's get it going, and once it's thriving and some people are there, then we can start talking about taxes.
All right. How much money do you want to invest in, I guess, to get it going?
Well, let's see how many people are interested in going over there. Let's run it past the group here. I think we could stand to lose. Yeah, Neil, like how many have we got and how many do we need to man our big ship?
You need, I believe it's 60 people to man your big ship. And you have those, well, you need like 40, but you have 60 because you always need a little backup. So you've got 60, maybe 75 people total if we just ballpark it.
Yeah, so we can probably
15.
Yeah, let's send
10,
like
15.
Let's do 15, and then I think that we should stop on remember the island of the Bard. There was a bunch of ruffians and lowlives and pirates over there. Maybe they fancy a new challenge. I'm sure if we offer them gold, they'll be up for it. So
I think we should have ruffians for security, John, but I think that we need to start hiring legit businessmen if we want the island to be successful.
I agree, yeah. But let's get people settled in first. We've got to deal with the skeletons first to make sure the place is safe. Anyone who's got experience farming or anything like that, any sort of useful skills, they're going to be prime candidates here.
Maybe Lady Nightingale would be most interested in this as well. Maybe we can run it by her.
Not straight away, but yeah, definitely.
Not straight away, yeah.
Yeah, because she's back on Port Prince, but you can do it. Good idea.
What were you saying, Sale?
Oh, I was just gonna say like it's very easy to sustain a village like this on fishing because like they're off the coast. They don't need farmland straight away.
That's true. Yeah, you're right.
Grain and stuff in as they need.
Okay, well, let's gather everyone tonight and we'll run it past them. And the offer's open there for anyone. How much do we need to pay them? What's like 1 year's wages for being a pirate?
Let's see. While I'm doing this, everyone gets 5,100 experience points plus 10% if you have your prime requisites.
Yay.
And
Everyone.
everyone except for John.
I have it in Rogue.
Nice.
10k from level 7, boys.
Yeah, we're still a long way.
Yep.
A yearly sailor makes about 90 gold a year.
So if we pay 100 gold per person for the first year, that gives them more money than they'd earn here, and also, you know, we give them all up front.
That's
Well-
1,500 gold. Well,
I would argue that this is like a colony, right? This is a high risk endeavor. You're not going
Yeah.
to have infrastructure. You're not going to have doctors. You're not going to
Yeah,
have things like that. There's going to be a high attrition rate. People are going to expect either like land claims if the colony is successful, or big money up front.
Well, this houses there.
these
the
people
taking.
also took like an oath to us. So let's pay them that 1,500 gold payment. Let's have John handle the money, and let's have Euclid be with him because he's a strong fighter to be his like enforcer. So if anything weird happens where people are trying to take over, Euclid's there to handle that. Does that seem
Got it.
fair?
Yeah, but let's have this conversation. We maybe don't need to role play it, Neil, but I will gather everyone and basically make the offer of it's 1,000 silver for the year, 500 silver for the second year if you stay on. If you can fix a house up there, there's plenty. You're welcome to it. There is some danger with skeletons, but enough of you can fight. You should be safe enough. Most of them have been destroyed already.
Someone throws up their
fish.
hand right away. Captain,
Yes.
Captain.
Yes, you there. What is it?
What's the point of the silver if there's no place to spend it?
That's a good point. Well, you're going to need supplies out there, so we can pick stuff up for you, or you've got boats. We can leave you with some boats. You can go to the couple of islands over and pick stuff up. That's no problem. Otherwise, if you want to leave at the end of the year, then you've got 1,000 silver in your pocket.
Okay, I accept it.
The goal is to make this a new trading hub in normal call out. So we're going to be paying you, but it's an investment in your future, and I'll point at them. You're going to be able to sell wares that we bring, and you're going to be able to keep a percentage of the profit. This is going to be he'll do air quotes, a legit business.
Someone else raised their hand. Ooh, magic man.
Yeah.
Does that mean
like
we
this
should
there.
try to flag down ships that come by?
No,
He'll look at John. Not White Prince's ships.
absolutely not that. What
Not
we will
White
do
Prince's
is
ships. Yeah.
we'll when we meet traders across the seas, if we think we can trust them, we'll send them to the island. I already have a couple of irons in the fire. We've got a couple of traders that we already work with that are paying me taxes on everything they make. I'll make sure that they drop in over there. They can bring you food, they can bring you supplies. I imagine they could drop by once a month, something like that, maybe once or two, every 2 months.
Okay. Accept
It'll be slow, but it will eventually be a useful port. And we will give you the clear ahead when you can start flagging ships down.
John
Currently,
Brokey
Pete is... Oh, yeah.
puts his hand in the air. and I'm to be the mayor.
That's right, Brophy. You're the best of us with numbers. You've got experience running a business.
You're going to run the town.
You're best placed for this. We got a lot of faith in you.
Bobby
We didn't
And
just
I'll-
bring you here to run our accounts. We had bigger plans.
Bobby
I'll point
sneaks a
at
hand
Euclid.
up.
What do you want,
Yes.
Bobby?
I'd like to volunteer.
I
Don't
look
look
at
at
Archie.
John.
I look at Archie. Archie looks at Wiley.
Wiley
at
looks
Wiley.
at Sale.
I think that's
I look at the
okay.
floor.
I slowly start to nod and say, That's probably fine, Bobby. Yeah, you've done good service here. You know, we'll be sorry to see you go, but I suppose it wouldn't do any harm.
Everyone's gonna miss you here, Bobby. Are you sure? You wanna leave here?
He looks at Archie. And then he nods while staring Archie in the eyes, and then quickly looks down before Archie gets mad at him. Yeah, I'd like to go.
It's time for Bobby to become a man.
Well, Bobby, then
Bobby
I
gonna
guess
have
it's
fun
settled.
mopping floors over there? Am I right, fellas? Fellas, am I right?
he'll probably fuck that up too, won't he?
They probably will.
Make the most of it, you lot, 'cause this is the last chance you're gonna get. Say Bobby's gonna be a man this time in 6 months.
Hey, Bobby, when you hold a mop, you put the mop side down. You know, you don't use the handle to hit the floor.
The whole crowd laughs.
Hey, Bobby, you know how to get the floors clean? Just try and flirt with them, and the dirt's just gonna run away from you.
Enough. Nora will point at Euclid. Euclid, you're gonna be John Brophy's enforcer of the village.
That's right. Any shit, you deal with it, okay? Don't want any violence between us here. We're in this for the long haul.
Of course, the trunk supports the roots.
That's right. That's right. So, those of you who want a life on the sea, I still need a great deal of you to man our ship. Those of you who prefer life on land, maybe you didn't find yourself here, you know, in the most, let's put it, voluntary of circumstances. Well, this is your chance to do something else, you know. Your souls are all sworn to, when I look down at the ground, so there'll be no running away. That's not going to end well for you. But if you work hard, if you make a success of life, you know, maybe one day you can be free, run your own business elsewhere, or leave, or maybe you'll find a happy life here.
What Captain is saying in shorter terms is, those of you who have actual skills, you may go to the island. The other ones, well, you're only worth it out on the sea. You know who you are.
Are any of my students going?
No, none of your students are going. But Mary Beth is going to ask if she should go as a spiritual advisor / omen reader for the group. She'll ask Sale directly on that question.
I tell you what, Mary Beth, why don't we read an omen to see if you should go? We'll do that in the morning.
Okay.
That'll be the true test of your abilities.
Come morning time, down by the sea, Mary Beth will read her omens, asking Rohi if she should stay and learn. No. Instead of staying and learning, should I set out to be the spiritual advisor of the new town? And she will botch her omen reading check and say the sands are inconclusive. I think I need to stay longer.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. Mary
Keep
Beth will
practicing.
stay then.
Nilrim this day, he's gonna do ESPs once more, and he's going to spend all of his spells on unseen servants and cantrips, and he's going to make all of his unseen servants go around and just clean up the whole wizard quarter, which is going to be his big room and the laboratory.
Got it.
He wants to make it nice for Sylvie and his master, Merlin.
Last question before we go to break. There was that sergeant at arms that we captured from the other ship when you got the big boat, and you brought her with you, and you've been indoctrinating her to join with you. She needs a name.
Is that not Sharpay? No.
Yeah,
No,
Sharpay, she had a name.
Sharpay was the prisoner who you suspended over the gelatinous cube pit and tortured until he died.
That was nice.
Good times, am I right, guys?
Are there any good names on the list?
Ooh, the list. I forgot about the list. Yeah.
The list.
The
Is
list.
Obama still alive? We could reuse that one.
He's still
Obama's
alive.
still alive, yeah.
Fortunately.
My boy.
Where is it hiding?
Nilrim's gonna go to Bobby, and he's gonna hand him the gold ring. No, he's not, because that could be useful. He's gonna hand him some
People
ceremonial.
Her name's already Sora.
Sora.
Ah, that sounds right. I had just forgotten.
He's gonna hand him some
Sora.
ceremonial candles, and tell him to light them anytime that he misses the crew, and we'll be there in spirit with you, Bobby.
Aww.
Bobby's done well, really. He actually took to it very well.
He did.
The life of a pirate.
Mm-hmm.
From a terrified boy atop the crow's peak in the ship, he's now like a brutal slayer of men.
Mm-hmm. He really
We
is.
should have Bobby kill someone.
Yeah, probably. Okay, should we go there and help them clear out some of the skeletons?
Yeah, I think we can. I don't know if Koibu's cool with it, but I think we could maybe hand wave.
We can
some of
hand
that.
wave that. Yeah,
Yeah.
we can just
Okay.
let some more time pass while you work on that.
Let's go there. Let's spend money on refilling our base up, our home base, and let's
Yeah, we'll
spend some
get
money on
supplies
getting
for
some
them.
supplies for them. So we'll go to Crystal Cove and buy all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I've already dropped... Are we saying 15 people go, Neil? I've dropped 15,000 silver.
Okay. And then we'll
Um,
also want some supplies.
Yeah.
So let's say each person needs. Do you have 1,500 gold? You can drop.
Yes.
Again?
Okay.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Yeah. 15. Yeah. That would be.
So now
Yeah.
we've put 30,000 silver into this.
Are we able to get our the armor?
Yes,
As
we're
well
going to
during
pass
this?
enough time that you're going to be able to get your armor and you're going to be able to get all the things. I think we're going to be spending. I'm looking at how much time it's taking to do all this, plus all the spell learning and the healing and all this organizing stuff. I think about a month is pretty good, and we'll
Yeah,
also
I think it's worth
fold
us laying low anyway.
Yeah, it is.
and we'll fold into this month your trip out at the very end of the month. Your trip out to the other island where the other ruffians are, where the bard was once upon a time.
Nice. Yeah, okay, cool.
And that will take us all the way to November 15. And just for McTacky out there, they were in Oaktown on the 14th of October, Port Ferris on the 15th of October. Is another time. when I got
Almost
messed up.
Bobby's birthday, Captain.
Almost.
We
yes.
would have spent Wiley's birthday with him, October 9th.
Yeah, we would have celebrated Wiley's birthday for sure.
So we'll celebrate Wiley's birthday. Nilrim will bring in the armor with ESP to Merlin. Probably the captain to help him too. And if either
Merlin
of the other people wanna
sees
join.
this breastplate with a cod piece attached to it with like a lock that goes in the back where the breastplate like attaches here and locks on the side. He's already tied up. He doesn't really have much way of resisting. There's enough strong armed people here that there's no chance for him to get out. But he looks at the suit of armor with concern. What?
I thought about it a long time, Master. How to make it so a wizard can't cast spells. And I've done it.
What is that? Some sort of torture device?
It's our greatest weakness. Armor.
You're gonna lock
And
me in
you
that
will-
cage?
I'm gonna lock
Okay.
you up so you can't cast ever again.
How can I teach spells if I can't cast them? It won't work. You fool.
You can teach the hand movements, you fool. You haven't been using magic this whole time. You'll be
Grits his
fully
teeth.
fine. You just won't be able to call the magic.
What if I need to use the bathroom?
He'll point to a little hole in the codpiece.
Do you want me to use a bum flap?
Nilrim will start putting it on him, and he's going to cast Aldrich's Discriminating Door on the lock. And he will think about what exactly he wants it to do. Only I, Nilrim, may ever use this key to open the lock.
Wait, Aldrich's discriminating door allows a. Yeah. Wait, but if there's a key, if there's a, you just throw away the key, right? And then you should be able to open the lock at will.
Yeah,
'Cause-
he'll just say, only I, Nilrim, may ever be able to open this lock.
Cool. Yeah. Then you have to destroy the key so that the physical lock is undone, but that should be fine.
If that works, then
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah.
Okay.
Great. gets tossed into the depths of the ocean, never to be found by anyone ever again. And Merlin the wizard is now forever trapped in this suit of armor with a little flap on the backside from to poop. I think with that, we're going to go to our break. And when we come back from our break, we're going to head off to, I think it was called Yuma is the name of that town.
Sounds right.
We're going to go investigate some people. So we'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tides of Death. Our party is ready to set for the seas again to find some new pirates to join their cause, perhaps. Which ship will you be taking?
We're taking the big ship in the hopes of recruiting a number of people.
Norm's gonna sink the small ship, and put it in his bag.
Shrink, not sink.
Yeah, sorry, shrink.
It's like, what are you doing?
That would be bad times. We're going back. This is the Skeleton Island we're going to here.
I thought you wanted to
people off in the Skeleton Island, and then we're going to Yuma.
Sure. Yeah, we're just going to hand wave going to Angel Island. I'm sorry, to Sulphur Island. You drop people off.
To Sulphur Island.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Sorry.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you go to Sulphur Island, you drop some people off, you kill some skeletons. It's fine. And then you head over to White Sands. Now, White Sands Island. Last time you were here, you had Wiley to lead you. And it's been a long time since you brought Wiley here. So you don't know if you can remember the directions like he gave them to you that one time before. The other option...
I think Wiley's coming.
Oh, you're going to bring Wiley with you?
No, Wiley stays in the base, right?
Yeah, but who's going to be there with him this time? Bobby's gone. I guess he probably needs to stay with the wizard, yeah?
And Janet.
I think Wiley needs to stay.
You know.
Yep.
I think we run the ship with a skeleton crew here. So we leave more space for people if more people want to come.
Excellent. And are we going to be landing in Yuma and trying to find our way to Deadwood from there, possibly with someone who is in Yuma? Or are we coming from the backside and following Wiley's directions as best as you can remember?
Backside, I'm sure we would ask Wiley for new directions.
No.
He tells you that you gotta, find the mountain that looks like the blah, 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 and that's the point at which you turn. But, like, that's a pretty vague direction, and if you fail your one check, you're just lost in the desert.
So we're trying to get to... okay, sorry. For some reason, my Roll20 map was different.
Yeah, I had to refresh.
Yeah. So you're saying if we land in Yuma, we're going to have troubles
we
with
land
the
in Yuma,
guards
we can
there.
get a guide, but we're probably going to have guard troubles, yeah. But we're on a legit boat.
Do they remember us?
Yeah,
no, we're on a legitimate boat.
We're on a legitimate boat, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We land in Yuma, then.
Excellent. We make port in Yuma. Your new big ship pulls on up, rests in the dock. You step on out, and immediately...
Everybody has armor.
Yeah.
Where's the shield, then? Back in base?
No, the shield's going to be on the ship, just in like a very
How are you
going to
stay... How are you going to not walk within the aura of the shield the whole time?
How tall is the ship?
Do we have a crow's nest?
You do have a crow's nest.
Let's keep it up there.
Put the shield in the crow's nest.
What if the weather is bad and the ship begins to toss from side to side?
Well, the
shield
guy
in the
on
crow's
duty
nest.
would have it, right? Because he's like the anti-lightning bolt guy. If the lightning comes from above.
Okay. That's very clever. This shield.
That is clever.
It's very wise.
We tie the
I
shield.
see why you're the cleric.
We tie the shield to the crow's nest
with
enough slack that the guy can pick it up and hold it. But I don't want the guy, if he ever falls overboard, the shield, goes with him.
So everyone except for the people who rotate through the crow's nest have armor.
No. The four of us will have armor.
Just us.
Okay, just the four of you.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Fuck giving it to everybody.
Great. The four of you have armor as you step in to Yuma. Immediately, one of the guards, wearing emblem of the White Prince, trots on down the dock, heads over to where you are. Says, howdy there, strangers. We need your papers to bring to the harbor master. Due to unfortunate circumstances around these parts, we're going to ask you to stay on your ship until the harbor master can confirm all your papers.
That's no problem. Shall I wait from here? Do you want my papers now?
Please. To both accounts.
Right. There you go, good sir.
Yep. He takes your stuff. Trots on back to the town, leaving you guys alone for 20 minutes if you want to talk about anything. But otherwise...
I'll lean over to the captain. Do you want me to take him out when he comes back? You know?
No, Archie. Let's play it cool here.
You want me to lightning bolt this town, Captain? You want to burn it?
Nope, not this one. Not this time, Nora. But thanks for the offer, though. Always good to be aware of my options. But no, not this time. Let's just...
I could prepare a call lightning, Captain.
Yeah, you could prepare a call light. You could drag them all into the ocean, I suppose. But no, I think this time, let's just let the man do his job.
All right.
Seymour picks up a brick. Woo, woo, woo.
No, Seymour. No, not now. Not now. Wait for the signal. Yeah, we wait.
The man comes back. Harbor Master has reviewed your papers. Yep, you're all cleared to come on in. May I ask what your business is in town?
Fucking your mom.
No, ignore him. We're making a pilgrimage to the... I heard there is a town of bad repute in the center of the desert. Deadwood, is it called?
Well, I don't know if it still stands, but once upon a time there was a fort built out there. Yes, sir.
I was actually hoping to go and check the place out. I've heard that there might be buried treasure there.
Wow, you've been listening to a bunch of tall tales. Occasionally some folks find an oasis out those parts, and maybe there's some travelers going through it, but if you're looking for buried treasure, you might as well be digging on the beach. But hey, don't let me tell you how to run your life. You're welcome to leave your ship here and die in the desert, and, your ship can pass on to the White Prince, and he'll be happy about that, so...
With all due respect, sir, you are a god, and I am a mighty ship's captain, so I'll be the one deciding where and when is best to search for buried treasure. That being said, is there anyone in this village of yours that may be able to act as an escort or a guide to Deadwood, to this oasis?
Sheriff around these parts would have been able to help you out with that, but he got killed some months back. Real tragedy.
I looked at the captain.
Pirates showed up,
Unfortunate.
slaughtered a bunch of folks.
Was that us? He doesn't say it loud.
Mm-hmm.
We've run into some pirates ourselves. We've barely fought them off.
Did you hear what happened to Oaktown? Did you guys come that way? You must have. Well, a ship like that could go against the curve, I guess, but you must have come through Oaktown. How's it looking? We hear it burned
there?
to the ground. Whole sound.
Didn't look good. I saw...
The keep and all?
No. It keeps fine, but town went up in flames. You see it?
I got to look at it, yeah. I did see what looked like some destruction. Looked like the place was being visited by the authorities.
Well, Crimson's Fist came through, apparently. Set it aflame. They captured the captain of them. We'll hope.
Sure, you heard a lot about the Crimson Fist?
Oh, yeah. I think those were the folks that came through here and killed our sheriff back before they were anybody's. Mm-hmm.
What have you heard about them?
Well, I hear they're run by Captain Starbuck.
Mm-hmm.
Famous pirate. Been in these parts for decades now.
I heard he's the greatest pirate alive.
Yeah, Starbuck sounds a dreamy.
He is. Have you heard why they're called the Crimson Fist?
Yeah. You got a real mean, tough, brutish-looking guy. No hair up top, tattoo across his chest. He's got big, meaty hands the size of meat cleavers. And they say, when they're done with you, he ties you to a mast or a post somewhere and beats you to death in front of everyone.
Ooh, that's
What's the tattoo on his chest say?
I don't know if it's a picture or words. They just say he's got a big tattoo across his chest. And he kind of looks over. Archie, is your shirt open right now?
I'm topless. I'm always topless.
He kind of sounds like you, Barchi.
Yeah, actually, he does kind of sound like you, buddy.
That looks like you.
Barchi wouldn't have to fly. He's a big brute, but he's friendly as anything.
Oh no, yeah, I'm a baker.
He looks tough, but even this one here could beat him in a fight. I say, pointing at Norm.
Well, I don't know about that.
Normal punch Barchi in the stomach.
Hey now.
Oh, that really hurt.
Well, y'all have a pleasant day then, and try not to die in the desert.
Thank you, sir.
Takes like a good. Are those the Crimson Fists? He's thinking to himself. That guy does match the description of him. And they were talking about buried treasure and going to the place where all the bandits were. I gotta go talk to the sheriff.
Normal. Wave at the guy. Hey, wait.
Yep.
Normal pull out 20 silver and hand it to him. Thank you for getting our papers and documents to us so quickly. We really do appreciate that. Let us know if you need anything in town.
Sure thing, boss. He takes the silver and looks quite surprised. And if you check back into his thoughts, they've sort of drifted to like counting coins as he walks back to his post. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, that guy's kind of nice. 8. Oh wait, hold on. I got lost track again. 1, 2, 3.
Normal go, and he's happy with that outcome.
Nice work. I give Norm like a raised eyebrow as if, like, what just happened there? But don't say anything. And I'll head back to the ship, I think, and I'll just shout up to the crew that we're going to be here for a few days. Feel free to make land and enjoy yourselves.
They do.
And yeah, we will head to the tavern and hopefully try and find a guide.
We head to the roughest tavern in town.
Yeah, I go to the roughest tavern. I go up to the I go up to the bartender and I say, "Barkeep, I've travelled long and far. I'm looking for a specific ale. It's called the Screeching Owl. I've heard that they only serve it at midnight. Do you have it?"
Well, it only is in stock after dark, sir.
Fantastic. Do you know if I were to come back here for a pint, might I find a companion to drink with?
Sure thing. I bet you'll find lots of like-minded friends here around after dark.
Great. Well, in the meantime, I'll just have whatever meat you're usually selling.
Of course. This here is called Stinkfoot. And he puts an ale down in front of you.
Ah, aptly named. Nice, I take a swig. I'll take a swig and I pass it back to Sale. And then, like, get the next one and pass that back.
I will take it and greedily guzzle it.
Yeah.
It sort of tastes like a stinky foot, but it gets you drunk.
Yeah, so we're going to wait here for the ruffians to come in.
Well, not too long after you're sitting in, hanging out to your bar, you see one of the ladies that works here. One of the ladies that works upstairs here, if you know what I mean. Wearing a big feather boa, coming down the steps. Stops over at the bar, gets herself a small little drink of something, like a little shot of sherry, and begins to sip it, and makes her way over to the man with the largest feather in his cap in the room. Which just so happens to be Captain John.
And then I said to him, "What do you want me to do? My mouth's only so big." Everyone laughs. Ah. And to who do I owe the pleasure? I say as the woman walks up.
Well, my name's Enchantress. Here's my establishment these days, and I'm just noticing you must be the captain of the very fine ship that's sitting out in the harbor. Is that true?
Your perception is legendary, indeed. It is.
Are all these boys yours? She says, motioning to your crew, plus some other people, plus a couple of people who aren't in your crew.
No,
Well-
we'll give you the stink eye.
Can't rightly claim all of them, but vast majority of them, yeah.
What is a fine, outstanding man like you with such a large and sturdy crew doing in a place like this?
Well, you see, darling, we're out here looking for treasure. The buried kind. Looking for a town named Deadwood. Heard it's an oasis in the desert. Riches beyond imagining, that's what I hear.
I see. And she sort of takes a seat on the edge of the area that you're sitting and begins to just, pleasantly chat with you, asking questions about just sort of like, making small talk about what you're doing around this area, and being rather sort of polite and flattering with you the whole way through. And then, she orders another drink, and you get the distinct impression that she's ordering it on your tab because she's sitting next to you and sort of motions like one for me and one for him.
I want her to roll a charisma check to see whether I would pay for her drink.
You bastard. That's exactly how it should work. A 21, it's a narrow pass.
Yeah, fuck it. She can drink. That's fine.
Right. As the, maybe 15 minutes later, another pair of people come downstairs. It's another young woman and a strapping young man. And they both come down and head over to the same area where the four of you are. Can I get charisma checks from the 3 other members of the table, please? Nilram, Sale, Archie. Oh, Sale. The other young lady comes down over and snuggles in right close next to you, wraps half of her boa around your shoulders, leans in and goes, "Now, while that man might be the captain, I just know you're the brains of this operation. Is that right?"
I'll give her a smile, and I'll say, "Well, I'm more like the soul of the operation."
And she like cozies in close to you, trying to share the small seat that you've got with you.
Did you say she has like a boa constrictor?
No,
Like a
feather
snake?
boa.
Oh, I was like, does she have a snake?
She wraps a snake around your neck and
That would be a
just
cool NPC.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that. Well, I hope you're ready for a bigger snake.
No. But they settle in and begin to chat with you. It's clear that they work here, probably in some sort of prostitution service, and before their hours normally begin, they're looking for some good company that might pay out later in the evening. The strong gentleman, completely, well, I shouldn't say completely misreading, but with the one that Pokemon Challenges has rolled here, he is sending out the exact wrong vibes to these people coming down the stairs. And
I'm feeling like Archie's just pissed drunk at this point.
The strapping young man.
Too much old shoe, yeah.
He thinks that you're looking at him in that way. And the boy comes on over and sits cross-legged in front of you. Hi.
What's up?
You look pretty strong.
I am pretty strong.
Do you think you could take me in an arm wrestling contest? He puts out his arm.
Do I think, guys, get over here?
I mean...
Hey, John, do you think you can take me in an arm wrestling contest?
Wait, let me see him. Stand up.
Let's see it.
The guy gets up. He shows off. He's not wearing much, just some, little booty shorts. And he's built. He's got 16 strength.
I don't know, Archie. He looks pretty strong, but I'm not sure that he can use it in the same way you can.
You guys should put some money on this. We should get rich off of this fool. All right, let's do this, buddy.
Yeah, I've got
Nilram
10 gold.
is absent-mindedly flicking a mithril coin that he has cantripped into existence. Up and down, and he's catching it.
Okay. Well, after you call him a fool, he realizes that you're not actually flirting with him, that you're just so drunk, you're just sort of staring at whatever happens to be in front of you. But he will arm wrestle with you with a... He's letting you win, right? Yeah. Oh, you got me. Wow, you're just so strong.
I know, right? That's like my whole thing. Hey, collect some money from this guy.
He slides a couple of silver across the table to you that he lost in the bet.
Okay,
I'll
I'll
pocket
take
it.
my 10 gold back.
You think you're strong enough to carry another round of drinks over here?
Do I think I'm strong enough to carry?
Wait a minute.
He's completely oblivious to this.
As I come over to the table, I will roll a charisma check to see if I work out what's going on here. Which I do, and I will whisper to Archie, and I'll say, Archie, I think he's a prostitute. I think he's flirting with you. You maybe want to, well, listen, your money's your own, but he might have the wrong end of the stick. Pardon my French.
Hey, listen, buddy. I'm here to get drunk, arm wrestle people, and listen and sing to some sea shanties. I'm not here for anything else. You got it?
He gives you a polite nod and quickly scans the room, finds another mark, and waddles on over.
Well, I think, is there someone on the crew who I know prefers the company of men?
Some of the women on your crew prefer the company of men, and there are a couple of young lads on the crew that prefer the company of men. You get the impression that prostitutes don't really care to whom they are soliciting their services.
Yeah, well, I go up
Or at
to
least
the guy
these
and I'll
ones.
point him in the right direction.
Yeah, he thanks you politely and heads off to one of your other crew members. Yeah, it's one of the ladies on your boat who, howls at him and quickly throws some copper coins in his direction. Your night progresses, or your afternoon progresses. Everyone gets a little bit drunk. Eventually, things begin to not quite slow down, more pick up as the evening goes on. The day people leave. The ruffians and the drunkards come on in. The music kicks up a notch.
Correct?
Yes.
So I could change it from... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Well, you've been playing with a mithril coin, and that's going to catch the eyes of a couple of folks in the bar as you're playing with that, going back and forth. The first person... Oops, it's the wrong die. The first person is a young gentleman who's got a nice fancy coat on that buttons all the way up and down. It's got these red patterns that weave throughout it that are light red and dark red with a little bit of gold trim through it. And he's got a nice bowler hat on. And he steps on over and goes, "Well, sir, I gotta say, there are two things that are impressing me here at this table. The first is that you are in possession of mithril coins, which I would love to talk to you about. But the second is maybe the one that I'm actually here for. The way that you move that coin back between your knuckles. What is going on?"
Normal. Put the coin in his hand, disappear it, and open it up. Be like, "I don't know what you're talking about, sir."
That is a fantastic trick. Do you take that trick on the road, young lad?
He smiles at someone finally appreciating him. He looks to his crew. None of these guys think his tricks are cool. None of them think of, when the food comes around, he spices it up with his cantrip. He makes it taste better. Finally. He looks at the guy, he's like, I don't, not really. I'm with him right now. Probably for the long haul.
My name is Mr. Audacious, and I run a traveling circus around these parts. And I've been looking for some new talent. And if this is what you're doing, idling your time in a bar, I am certain, if push came to shove, that you could perform some fantastic illusions. Is that true?
Little shrugs.
Fucking die.
I can do a thing or two.
Have you ever considered the
I'll order
life?
you some food.
Oh, well, thank you. And he takes a seat. Have you ever considered the life of the traveling circus?
Norm shakes his head, orders food over.
Let me tell you about this, son. You go from town to town. Always a new town, always a new day. As a performer, you don't have to do any work setting up or tearing down. You just show up, you do your thing, you get paid, and then you get to spend your money in town that very day. And then we're on to the next one. You make a friend in a town? That's great. You'll see him again in 6 months. You piss someone off? Don't worry about it. You're gone the next day. Someone in a high position, like an illusionist, like a magician that we're looking for here, great attention drawer. I mean, it sometimes attracts attention to the White Prince's men, but they quickly realize that it's just a, sleight of hand trickery. No big deal there. But the commoners, you see, they don't quite catch up that quickly. They think it's something special, and you will find yourself at the with women at your feet, with children at you, with anyone who is interested in what you got to show, coming over to say hello and see what's going on. You get fame, you get money, you get prestige, you get to see the world, and you don't have any responsibilities. It is a wonderful life.
Norm will, once the food gets over, he will put his hand over it and have probably glitter fall into the food, and it will spice up and aromas and flavors of bland food.
That was amazing.
And then
how'd you make that glitter appear? And it's not even in my food. He pushes the peas aside, looking for stuff that's fallen out of your hand. That is amazing.
So is magic not illegal in the White Prince's area? How do you have illusionists? He asks him.
Well, I mean, magic is illegal, but, And he pauses. And he, looks more closely at what you're doing. He's like, is that magic? I thought you were just pulling tricks really well.
Norm will look at the captain.
I was already kind of looking over at this guy anyway. And I start to listen a bit closer now, but I don't do anything.
Yeah, straightens his vest, cocks his hat again, goes, well, I mean, magic is I'm not trying to get my fall. I told you, White Princess men come around these parts wherever we're holding shows. I think I must excuse myself, sir. He gets up. Have a pleasant day.
Have him sit back down.
He sits back down uncomfortably, looking around, pulling out his collar, letting the hot air escape.
I go and sit on the stool next to him.
My captain's gonna have a chat with you here, so we can come to an understanding, and you might be able to help us out. You adventure all around this island?
We go from port to port.
Listen, you out here trying to poach my man. And take kindly to that.
I am Mr. Audacious, and
Audacious is right. Man, where do you get the nerve?
I thought he was
his salary for the next 12 months.
I thought he was just a common street performer who was uncommonly good at his craft. I did not realize the man I was speaking to. I apologize.
Do you, though?
I do.
Can we trust you?
You can.
I look at Nora.
Ilm gives him a shrug.
I'm not looking to run afoul of anything that could cause me harm in my life. Whatever gives me the longest life expectancy and the most money is what I look for. And I see no money in any part of this conversation, past or present.
We might have a job for you.
Well,
we have up in... Well, no one will whisper to the captain.
Yeah. Wait,
no one will whisper... Oh, go ahead.
Okay. Good night. Go on.
No one will whisper, you know, we have our up-and-coming island. This guy travels from island to island. Maybe he could give it a little bit of publicity to the rougher crowd.
I nod. I said I go back to the guy and say, Audacious.
Mr. Audacious.
This buys a drink to apologize.
Of course. And he gets up, snaps at the bartender. He gets the attention, holds up his fingers, orders a round.
Thank you. I take a drink. No hard feelings. I understand how it is. I'm an enterprising man myself. You know, you're just trying to make some coin out here in the cold, dark seas. I get that. Your traveling show ever take you to Sulphur Island?
If there were a town on Sulphur Island, I would stop there.
Well, how about next time you find yourself on the outer rim, sailing around that end, when you stop by Sulphur Island and see what's going on there?
Is it safe?
By the time you get around there, give it a few weeks, a month, 2 maybe.
It'll be many months before we make it back around those parts. We're just following the coast, following the currents.
Then it'll be the safest island in the rim.
Well, okay then. Anything in particular I should look for while I'm there?
Tell Mr. Brophy that we sent you. And maybe on your trip around, you know, we can pay you for doing a huge performance there, and you can promote your performance. And if the captain would, maybe I could show up as your illusionist and provide a performance of a lifetime for people.
A special one-off show, perhaps. Maybe. Audacious, listen. Go about your business. We'll enjoy our drinks. And, 3 to 6 months? We'll see each other again.
Well, gods be with you. All but one, he says as he stands up and pats the table and walks away.
Yeah, okay. We probably do know him.
I lean over to John, still really drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me if I'm wrong. Was that guy a prostitute? Was he trying to come on to us?
That guy? I say clean go, Audacious. No, not that guy. He's a fake magic man.
You sure?
Yeah, I think so. He just dresses a bit.
He seemed like a okay.
I mean, maybe if you pay him enough, Archie. I don't know.
No, I'm just trying to figure this whole prostitute thing out.
It's a weird game out there, but listen, you're doing all right. I don't think if you ever change your mind about all that kind of thing, I don't think you'd have to pay for it.
Well, that's
you're
nice.
batting them away. Yeah,
a little bit too hard.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Captain?
I was gonna say that maybe we shouldn't go around shouting about the island too much. We do kind of want the authorities still to think it's abandoned, right?
Is that what we want, or did we want it to be like an up and coming place?
I think for now we want to keep attention away from it until we're a bit more secure.
Understood.
All right, I will. After having enough drinks, I will I pick up my empty glass, right, and I fucking launch it against the wall, smashing it, and I stand up on top of my stool and say, "Ahoy there! My name is Captain Waterford. I am the captain of this great vessel you see in the docks. I am looking for a local who knows this place well to guide me and my elite crew here to the oasis of Deadwood. You'll be paid handsomely, and your safety is assured."
There's some looks around. People chat amongst themselves. Some folks go back to their games. Man at the piano picks it up again. But a group of 3 people walk over in your direction. Let's see what we got here. We got 2 women and a man approaching you. They're all sort of youngish in their 20s, maybe early 30s. And they wander on by, take a look at the 3-4 of you, plus the ladies that are sitting on your sides. Don't I know you? He says, pointing at Archie.
You? Well,
Didn't
not
I?
have time for this. I'm not gonna pay for sex. Okay, it's just not gonna happen. Not interested.
Didn't I watch you beat a man in? Just cave in his face, and there's blood and guts and brains all over the place.
Well, you must. I mean, you must be confusing me. But if that did happen, it would have been pretty cool, right?
Something like that. And you, he says, pointing at Nilrum. Didn't I see you stab a bard in the back and shove him off a ledge?
Norm smiles wide.
Yeah, I think I know the 4 of you. You were with that old man with one hand.
His name's Wiley.
Yeah, we saw you in Deadwood. You lose your way?
Yeah, that's right. We need to find our way back there. Is there people still out there?
Yeah, of course.
Great.
It's a nice little safe haven. We'll lead you. Yeah, we're on our way anyway. We leave day after tomorrow. We got one more day of stuff to do in town before we head out. We can take you there for a small fee.
How small are we talking?
1 gold a head.
Done. I'll see you in a day.
Back here?
Yep.
Day after tomorrow in the morning. Well,
Yep,
not
that's
too
right.
early in the morning.
We'll be here.
All right. He reaches out a hand to take yours and shake it, making eye contact the whole time.
Yeah, I shake his hand.
What'd you say your name was?
I look over my shoulder and I say, John Winters.
Nice to meet you. My name
You too.
is Agatha. Agatha Summer.
Agatha Summer. Ah, from noble stock as well.
No, I'm from Summerland Island, just up the coast, up the route away a bit.
I see.
A lot of us commoners from that place have a last name of Summer. How'd you get the last name of Winter? You a noble?
In a past life, perhaps. I have not had the trappings of nobility for many a year at this point.
I'll crack up laughing and say, "You haven't had the trappings of nobility in years, John."
Listen, Sale, you don't know who I was before. You know, you've not known me that long, okay? I lived a different life. I was wining and dining the fanciest people in all of Redport.
Oh,
You wouldn't
how
know
far
Red
the
Bull.
nobles have fallen. I'll drain my drink, toasting John.
The woman on John's lap at this point and Sale's lap at this point, both independently and slightly spaced out from each of you, asks if you have business upstairs with them.
Yeah. I sort of think about it and say, yeah, why not?
Sale?
And I will wander off upstairs.
Sale has been looking to feel anything, so he will go up as well.
Would you each
Fucking real.
shell out gold apiece, please?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Sure thing.
And can I get charisma checks from the both of you, please?
I give her an extra gold for an advantage on my charisma check.
Sure.
Sail's a
Yeah.
mess. He's just like, he's not even, he doesn't even really want to be there.
Sail's just crying.
Sail's just looking to
just
feel. It sounds like you're in a lot of pain right now, Sail.
Yeah, for sure. He's doing it like, it's like the bravado thing. Like, he went up just because it's like, this is what people do.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes up there and he like cries a little bit and then falls asleep.
What is the source of your pain? Is this your brother, Bale?
I think it's the mixture of just like being completely uprooted, and like it's all really starting to hit just how chaotic and strange his life is now. And it's like taking an emotional toll. It's like an emotional debt that has to be paid.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I get that. John, you paid extra money for an advantage on your charisma check, you say?
Yeah, I didn't need it though.
Yeah, no, that's real great.
I'm drunk at this point. I stumble into the room, and I say, "Is this your room? You got clothes up here?
Mm-hmm.
Let me take a look." I open her wardrobe and I look. I want to look. I'm looking for something that kind of looks like what one of the Inquisitors might wear.
No, she doesn't have anything remotely similar to Inquisitor clothing.
I curse under my breath. What about something like a noble lady might wear?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
She's got a big poofy dress with frills.
All right, listen, put this on and go in the bathroom and get changed. And then when you come out, I want you to act like your husband's asleep upstairs and he's like really fat and he doesn't get you off. And you want me. And, you know, you're a bit older than me, but you kind of like a young guy who's got a bit more energy. And I'm like sneaking in through the back window. Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Both, metaphorically and literally.
The noble lady and the commoner.
That's right. Exactly that. Okay, go on, go get changed.
Mm-hmm.
I pour myself a drink and wait.
Yeah, no, she'll absolutely change into this and do the whole bit, 100% role play and everything. You know, she insists that you call her Lady Silvertongue, and you know, just got the whole bit down. You get the impression that this is not her first rodeo.
Amazing. Yeah. Okay. Great.
Right.
That helps.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. Would you make the rolls for me? Yeah.
I don't worry about what these dice sounds in the background. I'm faking rolls. There's nothing here happening of value. I'm just making sounds to buy time. Is there anything else you want to do in Yuma, or can we just skip a couple days?
No, I think we can skip a couple of days. That was fun though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. A couple days later, you meet up with these folks, and they take you to Deadwood. They bring supplies, they bring provisions, they know a route, they take you along the coast, and at some point they just start turning inland. They don't really tell you what they're looking for, and if you ask, they're kind of quiet about it. They want to keep the route that they know kind of secret, because it is a distant, difficult place to get to, hidden in this like little valley out in the middle of the desert. And a couple days later, you find yourself in Deadwood. This distant town, surrounded by desert in all directions. Not much going on here.
Give the 4 gold to our guides.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say to them, we're actually here not for buried treasure. We're looking for recruits. You ever heard of Sulphur Island?
Yeah.
White Prince thinks it's cursed, overrun with the undead. Thing is, we've cleared it out. There's a whole town there, buildings and all, a keep even, waiting to be taken. I've got some of my excess crew there, setting up shop, doing some fishing, fixing up some of the houses, making an honest day's living. Looking for more recruits here on this island. And since you led us here and you were here last time, you know we're serious. I make the same offer to you. We'll pay you a year's wages, 1,000 silver, and the supplies are already there. If you want to leave at the end of the year, take your 1,000 silver, that's fine. If you want to stay, 500 silver for the next year, and then after that, you're on your own.
To do what? Says Agatha.
Listen, I've been sailing around the rim for a long time now. It's getting pretty annoying having to lie to all these harbor masters, sneak past all these inquisitors. I want somewhere that I can dock and feel safe, somewhere I can run my business without fear of the White Prince sticking his nose in. And to do that, I need an island. I need a town. That's what we're setting up here.
Well, it's the whole point of this place, she says, motioning around. Ain't no White Prince men out here. If they could even find it, they don't think it exists. Desert will get them. You need a whole division of White Prince's troops to find this place and put any pressure on it.
Yeah, I appreciate that, but this place is kind of out of the way. The chance of getting semi-legit traders coming here, it's pretty low. Listen, we're working on removing the White Prince's influence from the Outer Rim, and part of that means having some influence of ourselves. I want an island out there, so you don't have to go, but the offer's there if you want it.
Well, I can't accept an offer like this without having seen it myself, but next time I'm in that direction, I will swing by and see what it is. I'm not gonna uproot my life for, what was it, 1,000 silver? Just to find out that it's a piss hole in the middle of nowhere.
Fair enough. Well, we'll be heading back there with whatever men or women decide to make the choice to come, so if you want a lift to check it out, you're
Who
welcome
leads
to
us
come.
down now, after Spike's untimely end?
She shakes her head. Well, it's kind of fallen to bits and pieces. Me and my crew control this northern bit, she says as she leads you in towards up here. That's where we are. So maybe the largest faction about, but I got a live and let live policy going on. We all need some escape from the law. As long as we can all live here together, I don't see any reason why there needs to be one person in charge.
Fair enough. Not how I run things myself, but it's respectable. Well, you say it's your crew, your land. Hopefully you don't mind us making this offer to the people here. That is the reason we've come.
I don't know how you run things, but all of my people are free to do as they please. We don't abide the White Prince's approach.
Fantastic. Well, we'll be on our way.
Mm-hmm.
And I think maybe we split up and just wander around the town for a few days and just striking up conversation with people, and then if they seem, once we've got a bit of rapport with them, drop the offer in. Rather than being one big group and kind of being a bit intimidating and it being dead formal, I think it's better as if it's like, have you heard about this place that's been started? There's a bunch of pirates there. It's going to be the next big thing. What do you guys think?
Yeah, Normal will go around and look for kids.
Of course. What do you think, guys? Say Archie. You think we're better off doing like one big presentation, or making it more natural, splitting up, having little conversations?
Well, not really the man to ask for this kind of thing, Captain.
Yeah.
I mean, I like, I like showing up big. I like rolling up. Seems good to me.
That is true. It's worked in the past.
Yep.
Can I cantrip a megaphone?
No. But do you mean, can you make your voice louder? Yes. Sorry.
Can I make Captain's voice louder?
Cantrip. I think it's going to be limited to you. Yeah.
If I enlarge the Captain, would he be louder?
I suppose. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we could do it like that. Well, maybe we'll do both plans then. Why don't we split up, spend a couple of days here drinking, spreading the word that there's going to be some event. Maybe you can drop a few details about it. And then at the end of the 2 days, we'll have a scheduled thing where Noram enlarges me, and then I'll give like a pitch to everyone.
Okay.
Noram will
like
cantrip himself, go around and scream as loud as he can. Event in 2 days at the Oasis. All show up. Free alcohol.
Okay. While you're here, every day that you're here, each of you is going to take a gold to stay alive. There are services out here, but they're very expensive. They're a gold a day. And if you want to buy booze for people as well, you're probably going to have to shell another like 30 gold if you want to buy booze for everyone here. So 2 days.
I'll drop 40 gold. That should be enough.
That should be enough. Perfect. Yeah.
Norm goes around, looks... Oh, sorry.
I was just going to mechanize what you're probably about to say, so go ahead and say it.
Norm goes around, looks for a kid. Any kids running around? I'm looking for a tinkerer. I need someone to make my ships for me.
There are no children in Deadwood. No one brings...
Is anybody
No.
whittling a stick, maybe? With a knife?
No. I mean, there may be some craftsmen, but no one's skilled in craftsmanship.
That's fine.
Yeah. I'm going to go around the table and ask each of you to explain to me how it is that you try to recruit people. And then based on how good of a recruitment strategy you have, I'll have you make a charisma check with a bonus or a penalty. And then based on how well you do a charisma check, we'll, at the end of the week, when you make your big announcement, we'll roll a certain number of dice to see how many people you recruit. So let's start with Archie, also known as Barchie. When you go about through the town, how do you try to recruit folks? What's your approach?
Listen, I know one thing, okay? And that's that we need strong men, formidable men, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So he's not very skilled. He's not a talker. He just goes up and to any strong people. Maybe like he even like looks for workers that are working out on like a dock or something, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he's going to like maybe help them out a little bit and then like tell them about this nice working opportunity that might be coming up.
All right. Why don't you make me a charisma check? Just a flat charisma check. 29. Okay. I'm going to record your results and we'll do some of it later. Next up, just going across the line here, is Greenzerg. What is your approach to recruiting people?
Well, I mean, are we talking about recruiting them, or are we talking about getting them to come to the pitch? We're talking about just the recruiting.
I mean, when you're talking about getting them to the pitch, they're going to ask what it's about and what are you going to say to them. You know,
I'm talking about it being aspirational, right? I'm talking about how the White Prince's grip on these islands is tightening, and the kind of money that we can make is drying up. People are finding it harder and harder to scratch out a living. There's less and less people around these days. What we want is to rid the Outer Rim of the White Prince, and to do that we need a shining beacon, a town that is free of his grasp and able for all to pursue whatever business they want, be that legitimate, be that illegitimate, be that piracy, be that dealing in illegal substances. I want to put money out there to let people do what they're best at. The White Prince is trying to stop you doing what you're best at. He wants you just to listen, to do what you're told, to be a servant. That's not the way humans are. It's not the way we're designed to be. Only in this cursed set of islands does it work like that. The White Prince needs to be gone, and we start with the Outer Rim. And it starts with this town on Sulphur Island.
Make me a charisma check at +2.
Easy. 34.
It's a solid roll.
It's very good. Next up is PotatoMcWhiskey. What is your approach?
My approach is very much so. I'll go up to them and I'll talk to them. Hey, you guys want to make some money? Want to get some land? You want like a new life? You guys sick of living in the desert, oasis? This place is expensive. It's warm. There's not really enough water around here. Listen, we got an empty town, okay? There are already houses built there. You just got to put roofs on them. You guys pop in, 1,000 silver for the first year. You get your own plot of land. Maybe you start farming. Hey, maybe you want to be a blacksmith. You could be whatever you want in this new town, okay? What are you sitting out here in the desert, drinking yourself to death? Come do something real.
Give me a charisma check at +3.
There.
And that doesn't include your +3 yet, right?
No, that doesn't. That's just the baseline. So it's 31.
And John, yours didn't include your +2 either, did it?
No.
And last but not least, Nilrum. What is your approach to gathering people?
To gather people, he will let everybody know where it is. He's going to enlarge himself and use cantrip, and he will let them know if they do not come to the meeting that he's going to fucking kill them. He is a magic user, and you can see him running around the town with magic, and he will actually kill you if you do not come to the meeting.
Yeah, I mean...
He'll shoot off a lightning bolt in the air.
I don't know if that helps or hurts your cause. A little bit of both? For some people, it's going to...
I'm getting people to the meeting.
Yeah, make me a charisma check at advantage.
Okay. 128.
The old lightning bolt assist on the charisma check.
Works every time, baby. When you do it. Oh, we're good.
All right. So you spend a day talking about all this to people, 2 days talking about this to people, and the next night you gather everyone around the oasis, and you're gonna enlarge the captain, and you're gonna give them like the final, pitch. So this is the one that
I'm gonna enlarge the captain and ESP myself, and Nilmer's gonna go around and tell me if I hear anything cool.
Yeah, people are talking. The news of a new Deadwood that isn't in the middle of a shitty fucking place where there's sand everywhere, because everyone hates sand. Where there's access to the water, where where you could basically have Deadwood but better, with better water, easy access to shipping, all the good stuff, is popular idea. The idea that you could have land and you just need to go find a house and put a roof on it is a popular idea. The idea that you can make your own way in life is pretty nice. The fact that there are other strong people there too is all pretty interesting. But when you hear something that sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So everyone gathers to hear the final pitch on this thing. And John, if you want to make a speech, you can make a speech, or we can just go straight to the die rolls. If you feel like these charisma checks have been good enough as is, we can just die roll it. Or if you feel like you want to try and...
I've got half a speech that I'll give and then sort of summarize the ending, if that's all right.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. So I stand up on my soapbox. I say, pirates, thieves, brigands. Nay, I say entrepreneurs, merchants, dealers. The White Prince's grip is strangling the life out of the commercial enterprise across these islands, suffocating the bright spark of human innovation. What he calls contraband, I call an emerging market. It's time to put an end to the tyranny of the White Prince, and that revolution starts here, on the Outer Rim. We have already liberated an island, Sulphur Island. It's free from the filth of his control. It's got houses already built. They just need a little bit of fixing up. He won't be there, and this is where I'm running out of speech, but then I summarize the offer of basically, you can get some land, you can get a house, I'll pay you 1,000 silver for the first year, you can keep that, supplies will be provided, I'll even give you a lift there myself, basically. Okay. But imagine it being as grandiose as the first part.
All right, well, I will up your total number of people that you can recruit from 10 to 11d6. And would you roll me 11d6 for the number of people that you recruit to your cause?
34.
34. Yeah. 34 of the folks here in Deadwood are willing to take a risk and come with you. And, yeah, it's fine. That's good enough. 34 people are going to join your cause. And they'll all leave. They'll go with you. Are you headed there right now, essentially?
Yep. Yeah.
Yep. You don't need to pay for a guide back then. They will go. And you'll walk into Yuma with a crowd of 34 additional folks. You said you brought a skeleton crew out here. Well, it's good because you're going to need room to house all these people when you head back towards Yuma.
Could we do a speech in Yuma as well, Captain? We're going to be leaving anyways. And
there are White Prince's men here.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea.
Okay.
We could maybe phrase it as a business venture, but...
No, I think we should be honest with people. This is enough for now anyway.
This is good. Small community.
Yeah, so Neil, I'm going to need to fork out another 1,000 silver for these guys, which I'm happy to do. Do I need to put more money for supplies?
Yes.
Same again? Like before it was...
No, because they'll need less money for these people. Okay. Like the initial investment is larger. So instead of each of these people needing another 100 golden supplies, each of these people will need 50 golden supplies plus the 1,000 silver you're offering them. So
it's 1,500 silver per person times 34, so 51,000 silver. Is that right? That'd be 5,100 gold.
We have that?
Yeah, we've got that.
Okay.
We're not paying them up front, right?
I'm paying the 1,000 silver up front, I think. Or maybe not, actually.
Well, yeah, Norm was gonna go around an ESP. Is anybody planning on fucking dipping after they get their handout?
Yeah, let's not do the 1,000 gold up front. I think we probably do half up front.
No.
And half.
We give John Brophy all of the money, and John Brophy is going to divvy it out every single month to the people.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yep. And the rest of it, you'll have to pay for like supplies, which will hand wave as you stop off in ports on your way there and pick up some supplies here in town. And we're not going to worry. We're not going to spend too much time on that crap.
Okay.
I mean, just for the record, guys, we've still got about 12,000 gold, so we're doing fine.
Yep.
I think we need to do a heist though, like the stock back up.
Yeah, let's drop these people off and then let's do a quick heist.
Well, we can do a quick one, but I think we should maybe start thinking about something a bit bigger.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, if you want to do a big job, we can.
Can we go back to the big map?
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll a d12 to figure out which side of the map of the clock we pillage. 9 o'clock.
That's where we've been recently. I would say that's like a reroll. Oh wait, no, sorry, we've been near 10 o'clock.
So 9 o'clock is over here. Yeah.
Is it fine? You guys want to reroll it? We can reroll it.
What is that for?
I thought
where we're gonna go pillage a ship at.
Oh yeah, but just before that, Neil, I want to just tell Brophy that you've got a lot of gold here, Brophy, and there's about 50 people down there that could probably bust in here and kill you. So what you're going to need to do is go around, find the best fighters and pay them a little bit more. I'm not trying to step on your toes. I know you know what you're doing, but I'm just saying you're going to need a little bit more protection here to make sure things run smoothly.
Yeah, he's got it. He's got Euclid. He'll grab some other folks. He'll make a good run of it all. There's just one thing I want to stop on is when you get to Yuma, and you spend probably like, you'll get to Yuma in the evening and need to take off in the morning. So there's like another night in Yuma back at the tavern. Sale, that woman that you spent some time with, I think she said her name was Enchantress or Enchanting. You were kind of drunk. It's some Enchanta something or other. As you stop by the tavern, she seems to recognize you right away and like quickly comes over to say hello, and not in like I am fishing for a customer sort of way. Like she comes up to you and is just like honestly nice to you and like puts an arm around you and it's like, hi, how's it going? It's good, so good to see you here again. I was worried about you. You said you were headed off into the desert and so many people go there and never come back. I was wondering if it was going to swallow you alive. How was it?
It was great. Me and my crew I like kind of like wave to my friends. Like we're pretty confident. I don't think there's anything in this world we couldn't take on. You know, it's good to have good people at your back. How are you? I guess you were just here in the tavern, right?
She shrugs. Well, you know, work is work. You do what you can to scrape by a living. She kind of looks over to the others. They all look pretty pleased with themselves.
Well, you know, I could tell you about it, but we're doing like a little business adventure thing. We're setting up a new town.
A new town?
Muscle. Yeah, we're setting up a new town. We need a little bit of muscle. That's basically
where? I've been dying to get out of Yuma. I mean, you don't. She like points to the woman that was sitting next to John, who's like currently standing near a balcony with the red feather boa. This woman's got the green one. I'm looking down and everything. She goes, "Don't tell her. She'd kill me if I took off before my debts were due. But I've been looking to get out of Yuma for ages. Any chance you could take me to this new town? Get away from this place?"
I'll think for a moment. We're not leaving tonight. We're like leaving tomorrow morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll tell you what. Talk to my crew about it and see if maybe we have spot for you. Is that fair?
Sure. I mean, I don't know what a new town looks like, but any place has got to be better than this place. This filthy backwater.
Well, I'll tell you what. If I get a yes, we'll tell you a little bit more about it, and you can make your decision whether or not you want to go.
She plants a kiss on your cheek and heads off to the pool table, looking to find someone to extract money from.
Perfect. See it.
Great. How do you
about her?
pitch it to the team?
I will talk to the crew and say, hey, one of the girls from that night we were drinking, where Archie kept thinking people were prostitutes, she came up to me and she said she wanted to get out of town. Now, I don't know if we have room for a townie, like a person from this town. But I mean, like, what's one more person gonna hurt? Like, if they come along.
Yeah,
Sounds like
absolutely.
a great idea. We start a brothel in the town. Every good town is a brothel.
True.
Should be the first, one of the first things we should get going, really.
She could be. Oh man, if we bring her for, like, if we pay her, she sets up the brothel. Then we're friends with her. She gathers info from the tavern people who go there. This is actually a great idea. I'll go tell her right now to get her.
Are any of her friends interested in coming as well?
Yeah, that's actually a good point. I'll say it to her.
It works
Come on
though.
the ship tonight.
Tell them we'll let her run it, and anyone she wants to bring that'll work there can work there as long as they want.
This is like we're setting up like the company town where like we pay all the
Yeah.
money comes straight back.
Yeah. You're only allowed- we make gold coins, but with like John's face on them. You're only allowed to spend.
Yeah, after the conversation, I will, I'll make my way back into the tavern. I'll see if I can find her, and I'll let her know. And if any of your other friends want to come, and if you've got debts and someone comes after you, we'll look after you. Don't worry.
She, like, when you mention other friends, she kind of grimaces, like, oh, I was trying to get out of here without raising any flags. I was hoping just to disappear one morning and never be seen again. I worry about telling the other girls and boys that news might get up to, well, to the owner, she says, pointing again to the woman that was sitting on John's lap.
Well, how much is your debt? How much you owe?
700 gold?
What the fuck did you do? Okay, you're coming alone. Maybe bring one trusted friend.
She scans the room and points out at the guy who tried to hit on Archie. Bradley. That's the one. He's new here. He doesn't know much.
We need. I mean, if you want to set up your own place, we need people to serve all types.
Well, I'll serve anyone that needs servicing.
Or services all needs, if that makes more sense.
I understand.
Great. You and
Yeah.
Bradley.
Great.
Great. See you tonight on the ship.
Where the one out front?
Yeah, you just hop on. We'll stow you away, and
Great.
no one will ever notice you were gone.
How many people did she get sail?
Well, it was. We had to kind of get out quietly because she owes the lady here 700 gold. I'm not paying 700 gold. That's
No
like
one will
10
look at
per
you
month.
confused. Why don't we just kill the lady?
I mean, you could do that if you want, but then you also got to convince the ladies to come with us. I just thought it would simpler. Take a couple with us now. We can get more later.
No one will call a few ladies over.
Mm-hmm. Sure. The trio trot on over to you. Why, hello there, fine fellow. Did you wave us
ask
over,
him.
or were you waving at someone else?
He nods, and he'll pull out 50 silver and put it on the table. How much money do you guys all owe in debt? Each one of you individually? I'm a benefactor looking to pay it off.
Did you come all this way just to take care of little old me? Why, I mean, my debts shouldn't be any of your concern, but if you insist... And they kind of like look to see if you're serious about this. The color of that money is going to have to change a couple of times if it's going to pay off all of our debts.
How much is it?
One of them will pipe in 10 gold. Someone else pipes in 30 gold. The third one pipes in 50 gold.
He says, "Okay, go run off, and I'll pay it. Just give me a little bit." And he'll talk to the captain.
They had three of them head off to go talk by the bar.
How do you feel about and Nilram will softly point at the owner of the bar, the lady. How do you feel
Is that
about
the
we get
one-
rid of?
Is that the one I was with, Neil?
The one up top is the one that you were with.
No,
One
not
that-
the owner.
No, that's the owner. Same one. Same.
Oh, okay. How do you feel about
Getting
getting rid of
rid
the
of-
owner, Captain, and then we can take all these lady and men for ourselves back to our island, have a proper brothel going. 2 people isn't going to be enough to please, a town of 50.
I look up at her. I don't know, Norum. We spent quite the night together. I feel a bit.
You gone soft, Captain?
You getting all sentimental?
Well, you know, it was nice.
Do you want to have an island or not, Captain? With your own brothel.
Aren't we just going to get girls from a different brothel in a different town?
They're right here. What I'm more concerned about is your unwillingness to pull the trigger when everything we have is in front of us, at our fingertips.
A friend is worth more than a few gold coins, Nora. It's good
Captain,
to know
a lady
people
that you
in places.
fucking a night isn't a friend.
Well, hang on. She's a business owner.
I bet you my month's pay that if you go up there right now, she wouldn't be able to tell you your name.
Okay.
But if I get it right, I
Okay.
get to do what I want in this tavern.
Fine. Wait here. I wave up to her and like call her over.
She goes to go, shh, and then sort of like comes downstairs looking around. Town boy, my husband's gonna see you. Get upstairs right now before he comes by.
Say, just before we get to that,
Shh.
what's my name?
As far as I'm concerned, your name is Town Boy, and you had better speak to me in a more respectful tone. It's fitting of my
Normal
station.
smirk.
No, wait. Cut the act for a second. Like, seriously. Do you know my name?
She needs to make a charisma check to tell if she's supposed to stay in character or not. Natural 20. She realizes that you're being super serious, and she like softens her posture away from this like rigid noble woman to like a more casual, relaxed, ladylike figure, and goes, Johnny, how could I forget you? I haven't had that much fun in a long time. I was hoping you'd come back.
I smile and look to Norm and say, listen, we're going to have to take we'll leave in a few hours, okay?
And man, his last name?
She looks over to you. He did not give me a last name. There's very little time for that.
Smirks. Because I think when they first met, I think he gave him the full name. Captain John Waterford. I don't think I'm misremembering.
Not to her. No,
Not to her?
You're not killing her.
All right.
You're not doing it. I go upstairs with her. I go and relive my fantasy again.
Norm will give Sale a look, shake his head.
She has, she goes off to change. And this time she has the added benefit of having someone storm in near the end and makes you escape out through the window.
Oh, wow, that's great. I dive and do a tumbling check as I get out the window.
Yeah, please make me a tumbling check so you don't take falling damage.
Please take damage.
Actually, make it at disadvantage, please.
Okay.
Your knees are weak, my friend. Oh, it's fine. You land on the ground.
No. I give her a wink. I land, I look over, I give her a wink, and then I run out.
Pay up another 2 gold, please.
Oh, yeah, of course. Amazing.
We'll take the man and the lady and we'll leave.
All right, we're going to take Enchantress or Enchanting or Encanto or something like that in Bradley. And we'll leave behind the lady of this place and all that other stuff. And ship it all back. Pick up some supplies on the way, and before you know it, you can be back in Sulphur Island, the new burgeoning town on the Outer Rim, once destroyed by the undead minions of the White Prince and left to sit and rot for generation upon generation. Now, growing pirate town. Excellent.
I think Archie could maybe, I don't know how much time we want to spend here. Probably not, actually. I was going to say he could help fix some of the houses, but they're probably okay. But
Go ahead.
Cool. I was just going to say we probably let the people meet John and explain what's going on here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, do we want to like micromanage the town at all, or do we want to just kind of like let them
Leave it
like,
up to die rolls with our John
set it up
Brovey
here?
guy.
Yeah.
Well, I think we
mean,
leave Brophy to do it.
Like set up the main town in the keep, or like set, or do we just like let that all kind of happen in the background?
Well, I think we do set Brophy up in the keep because I think he needs some sort of like discouragement from people just killing him and taking all the gold.
So we'll make our 15 like live in the keep, and then we'll bring over people slowly to fill out the town. But our people will hopefully look after Brophy and not,
Yeah, because their souls are damned, right? So
The serial killer is not here. I'd like to make that
Okay.
yeah,
specific.
Got
I
it.
haven't forgot about him.
yeah, true. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we're gonna swap ships and do a pillaging, if that's fine with everybody.
Yeah,
Yep.
we can do a pillaging. A quick
So-
pillaging.
Just a quick pillage. Back by lunch.
Quick pillage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We put this
Great.
ship away, we pull out the long ship, and we go on the long ship because we don't want to sully this ship's name.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the undercover
Legit.
ship. Yeah.
This is the undercover legit ship.
Got it. And we're gonna head
we-
just south. Sorry. Go ahead, Sal.
Well, actually, let's leave our crew. Well, I'll let the captain decide this. Captain, do you think that we should just leave our crew here and then let them help fix up the town? We have the ship right here. He'll pull it out of his bag. It's in the bottle and everything. And then we'll come back and set sail from here.
I look to the crew. Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
I'll we don't need to pay them, but I'll go and just explain. I'll go and explain to them and just say, we're going off on a bit of a different adventure with a cut down crew. We haven't got time to go back to the base, so if you guys can stay here, maybe help out around the town, fix up some houses.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, should we tell the natives not to attack the town? They might think it's
Yeah,
the
we
white
do
prince's men.
We do need to do that. That's a good point.
We'll spend
That's
some
the best
time
thing to
doing
do.
that then. We'll row, go up.
Well, I'm thinking, could we not maybe just give Brophy a letter from us?
That'd
Maybe
probably
signed
work,
with-
but it
with
depends.
the
Like, are they going to
email
attack
print.
first or ask questions first?
Hmm.
Yeah, it might be a case where, like, if someone wanders a little bit too far away from town, they get picked off, and then you've got attrition.
Yeah, that's
Let's
true.
just spend some in-game time going up there. We
Okay.
probably be hand waved, but yeah.
Sure. Before you go, that woman that Sail talked to, now that you've brought her here to this place and everything is getting set up, the brothel that she is in theory going to run, is that going to be in the keep, Sail, or is that going to be out in the town proper?
Usually inside a keep, you have like the keep, and then you have the courtyard, and there'll be like a nice building for servants to live in a courtyard, in a keep type thing. So she could probably have it set up inside the courtyard, but not in the keep.
Got it. In the courtyard of the keep. Great.
Norm would say that we probably want it in the town because it's the most accessible place for the common folk who are going to be using the brothel.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Sure, if that's what you want. She'll also say, as like everything is set up and you spend a couple of days in town setting things, she'll pull you aside at one point, like near the end, when it's clear the ship is being packed up with people and some folks are being left behind. And she'll kind of like grab Sail by the elbow and look up at you and say, Sail, I know I already said this before, but I wanted to thank you for getting me out of Yuma. I made some bad calls. That woman back there saved my life. She asked me how much my life was worth, and I said it was 1,000 gold, and that's what she put my debt at, and I've been working it off for a while. I don't know how much longer I could have lived. It's not a great place. I wanted to thank you one more time for bringing me here, and I wanted to tell you my actual name. It's not Enchantress. That's just a way to make ends meet. My name is Eris.
You lied to me?
It was part of the show.
We have a rule. It's the first rule. Is we never lie to each other in this crew.
Well, I wasn't part of your crew before, but I am now.
That's true. That's true. I'll let it slide for now, and you came clean, you were honest. Sorry, I was so taken aback by your reveal. What was your real name?
Eris.
Eris.
Yeah.
Well, I'll give her like a lordly bow and say, it's a pleasure to meet you, Eris. Welcome to your new life.
Nilrim, while on the ship, I just want to make this explicit. He would have went around with ESP and seen if anybody was doing anything weird, untoward, anybody stealing. He's gonna read surface thoughts. Any bad eggs besides himself?
There are a couple of questionable people here. I mean, you're hiring pirates or, you know, questionable people. There's definitely some folks who are thinking to themselves, like, I bet I could take that guy for everything is worse once we get on the island and he gets a couple weeks' pay. But I can wrangle it out of him. You know, one person's thinking about getting money out of someone by brute force. Someone else here is clearly a con man of some kind, and he's looking for easy marks. That's sort of the folk you're getting here. No one is outright planning on murdering or being like overly destructive. But when you're trying to get people to move to Louisiana, you hire criminals and prostitutes, and you get criminal and prostitute mindsets. So. It's fine.
Nilrum's gonna call the con man over and ask him if he's interested in working for him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm coming to this town.
You know how to do the shell and ball trick? You know that?
Yeah.
Okay. Nilrum will give him 100 silver. Tell him that he wants him to set up a shell and ball game and run it for him. Shell and ball shop, where you do the, you know.
And then what? You get a cut of my profits?
You know, 10%.
Looks the money you've given him. He considers. Shell and ball game's difficult with a group like this. You know, they think they get cheated. They come break my neck. I'm in favor of it. I just need some protection.
Who come by?
Okay.
You can put it up. You know what?
I can get the passersby, no problem. But this group here. Look at them. Look at that one fighter playing with Archie over there. He could kill me.
Make the shop named Nilrum's Shell and Ball Shop.
Can I work on that name a little bit?
You can work on the name. Just have Nilrum there so they know you're under my protection.
Will do. He reaches out a hand. Pleasure working with you.
I don't shake Conman's hands.
So, what do you do with yourself
at night? Same game. He laughs. You're a good sport.
I'll set up your name. 10% of profits go right back to you. I'll set it aside. Make sure Brophy doesn't see it.
Normal cantrip, mithril coin in his hand. He'll flick it towards him, and as he tries to catch it, it'll just evaporate.
You can see the look of disappointment on his face as it disappears.
I'm gonna walk off.
All right. The rest of your crew, or the rest of you, all of you, can come back around the backside. With Nilrum the Navigator, you can sail up the river, all the way to the lake, back to that ruined town where you've seen spirits and ghosts and whatnot. You know the passage up the mountain to the area where these locals have fled. Just gonna do a quick encounter check for monsters. 10 is definitely a no encounter. So eventually you can run into the folks here who live here. It'll be more days and days of traveling to get here.
We run into them, we tell them what's up. And unless they have anything to say, we...
If we have to talk them into it, our main thrust is that this is going to weaken the White Prince in the Outer Rim.
Yeah, I mean, they're all sort of in favor of resettling this area. They have some serious concerns about the viability of this. They've seen what the White Prince can do. They think your town's going to get overrun, but they promise not to intervene with the folks down there, to leave them be. And hey, if it works out, they might come join back too, if they can finally reclaim their home. They have very little faith that this effort is going to work so early.
Yeah, fair enough.
At the very least, could we maybe have a small bit of trade between the two settlements? Maybe the people will come down, bring furs and stuff like that, and then they can pick up whatever things the people in the town produce.
Yeah, so they can't. Let me zoom in this over here. If you're zoomed in on that island, you can see that this tall butte right here is where they had that outlook. And the town is here on the very tip. So they can make it all the way to the tip of the town via some paths that they have and lower baskets down on ropes to the town below. The cliffs are hundreds of, 100 feet high or so they're super fucking dangerous. But if you've got a rope and a basket, you can lower stuff down and raise stuff back up. And so some amount of trade can be done that way. Nothing too heavy, nothing too big, but small things, worked goods, food, fruits, fish,
Why
that
would
sort of
the
stuff.
why would the
mostly
White
for, like-
Prince?
Sorry, go ahead.
Why would the White Prince be really mad? He was mad at the Kaiser family. He's not
Mhm.
mad that the island exists. He was mad that they wouldn't work with him at all. The
Mhm.
Kaiser family is wiped out, supposedly, to him, and
Mhm.
gone.
Mhm.
He shouldn't, in my opinion, be upset that people are resettling here in a different
Mhm.
way.
Well, he might turn up and demand taxes or demand bending the knee, right? And then he's got the same problem as before.
Yeah.
I think the other thing is, didn't this island serve as like a example, like a reminder of his power? Like, this island is purposely empty, and it's
Mhm.
that way because I want it to be.
And there's also, like, these people have been raised for 3 generations in the wilds with this, like, mythos that their home was taken from them and they can't return to it because the White Prince will kill them if they go there. And it's very hard for people who have been raised with, like, this is our history, is on the run, to on a dime change and recoup it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I think you're probably right, Nilram. You're probably 100% right, but they are not ready to hear that news yet. Yeah.
It does give me a thought, though, that one of the biggest things we could do to quell the White Prince's power in the Outer Rim is to, if we see his ships, we should probably do something about it.
We should
want
probably
them.
start killing his ships.
We want them to think that, it's dangerous out here for them.
Yep. Let's do that. Let's go and pillage and look for a White Prince ship then. Not too big of a
Alright.
ship.
So our
Yeah,
crew
well, if-
boards, their longboat.
1 second. We take the anti-magic shield off of the ship, and we are going to put it on the longboat.
Okay.
We're going to take it with us.
All right. What about ye old armor spells?
Armor
They're
spell.
gone then?
Do we want to drop it off in the base first, Captain? Or do we just want to go without armor spells?
I don't want to go without the armor spell, not after last time.
So then let's go to the base.
We'll drop
it
the shield, yeah.
and
You can
then-
drop off the rest of the crew then. You drop off the ship.
Yeah.
Do you leave
Yep,
the
that
big
works.
ship in a bottle with you, or are you leaving the ship in the bottle back home?
The big ship in a bottle.
Might as well have it with us.
Yeah, let's have it with us, just in case.
Great.
Yeah, but we dropped the crew off at the base.
I was going to say, this ship also has a mast. I don't know how reliable you think it would be to like strap the shield to the top of the mast, but it would basically protect us from lightning bolts.
The mast on the ship is actually quite small, and so if you tie it to this mast, you will pass back and forth and through its aura.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, it's just a wee little Viking ship, just hitting the coast of England size ship, not a big one, just the good old days style ship.
Okay. We go and search for a White Prince's ship in the 9 o'clock area.
Yeah, we will also look for ships weighed down with booty
Mm-hmm.
as well.
Well then. We don't have enough time to run any such encounter today, or even really start on any such encounter. So as we set sail, what other things are on our party's mind right now? You've got your secret base that needs magic to be detected. Now you've got an open, well, semi-open base just in a town on the side of the sea that the White Prince's men could come and get. And if they do decide to come for it, they do have numbers and armor and weapons and might be able to take it. So it's sort of a little bit vulnerable. Are you worried at all that the White Prince might come and ransack your base while you're away?
A little bit worried. I think we need to start diverting. I think now that we've started doing this, we need to take it a little bit more seriously. So I think what we should be doing is diverting attention away from it. So if that means we were talking about killing Inquisitors, I think maybe the next land-based thing we do is on the opposite side of the rim and kill an Inquisitor in an island and cause some shit there, just to draw attention
Let's
away
go to like
from
the 3
Sulfur.
o'clock area and start doing stuff over there to draw attention away.
But I also do think that we need to start making sure that White Prince's ships don't get an easy ride in the Outer Rim. Like, they can't just be cruising around here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one thing from a player perspective that we haven't done in a while is also just like kind of gone on a kind of adventure. You like just
That's
checked out
true.
an island and found like a town and
Something, yeah.
loot, like,
Mhm.
maybe some kind of loot item or something, right? we've done a lot of like aggressive warfare type stuff. We haven't done like an adventure.
Yeah,
That's true. Which we can do now that we've got papers, right?
Yeah.
More
But
easily.
it's harder
so...
to do adventures right now because we need to kind of protect our island on the left.
Well, there's so much we've not seen in the Outer Rim that we can kind of maybe do similar things. You know, we could destroy one island and then go to a couple over that we've not been to and do some
we need like a
adventuring
lead, or just to go to islands. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like maybe just like because like the map is pretty empty, so maybe hitting like 1 or 2 islands. The next.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Hitting the islands, yeah.
We've got a few different things we could do. It was just a thought that I had.
No, I think it's good. If we go towards like Jamuba, we can maybe look for ships and stuff to fuck with between like Jamuba and Virex. Like there's like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 islands over here in this little zone that we can cause some shit at in a few, explore, do some adventuring in another. But yeah, maybe we'll go around this area next.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Do we want to go the route of talking to townsfolk and getting them against the White Prince? Or the route of we attack towns and they realize, oh, the White Prince isn't protecting us. All of our tax money is getting just used for no reason. Why are we paying him? Like,
I honestly think we need to do a bit of both.
Yeah.
The
I think
general
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, no, go ahead.
I was going to say it's going to depend on a town-to-town basis. Some towns are going to be loyal, some towns won't be. So like loyal towns, burn them down. Disloyal towns.
And that's very much what I was going to say, is that many of these places out here are already like begrudgingly accepting the White Prince because there's no other choice, and are otherwise kind of happy to be rid of him. And then there are a few places like Angel Island where the White Prince's presence is like very noted and desired. Yeah, but as Sale said, like there's a lot of folks out here that would be happy to be free.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. If we're going to control the Outer Rim, or at least stop him controlling it, we need to know what's going on in each of these islands. Like, we need to really be categorizing islands. Like, are they loyalists or are they anti-White Prince? So I think
let's start going and adventuring on the islands then. Let's start going seeing what's there. And then if we see like a White Prince ship on the Outer Rim, we fuck it up.
We'll fuck it up. Classic Tides of Death adventuring.
Yeah.
Great.
Hell yeah.
So we're going to start going and figuring out what's on each of these islands. I think that's a good path about it.
That's fantastic. And I think that is a perfect spot to wrap up our session. I know it's a bit early and we started a bit late, but these are the time constraints we have. So we will...
a few good questions.
Yeah, give us the good questions.
Captain Winters, given the melee issues linked to poor health rolls, are you considering some ranged alternatives?
Yeah, I've been considering ranged alternatives for a while, mainly because I have high dex. Problem is, I kind of built the character around melee fighting with the free block and that. If I was going to use ranged weapons, I would want to use a bow, but it requires 2 proficiency slots, so it's like, do I use that? I do have 10 stones on my character sheet, which I keep there for ranged attacks.
This campaign has a lot of time that goes by. Can you not learn how to use a bow? From Euclid, maybe?
Perhaps, but it literally costs 2 weapon proficiency slots to get.
Can't you sometimes be given those, though, just for like good RP or like learning?
Yeah, if you want to dedicate enough downtime to learning skills, you can learn skills without the level up required.
There you go, Nick.
Yeah, maybe I could do that. Or I do have dagger proficiency, so I can always throw daggers as well. I've got options, but yeah, using a bow I think would be good for ship-to-ship combat too.
Plus ship-to-griffin combat, right?
Yeah, I mean, we need some ranged attacks, and John does make a relatively good archer with his high dex, so yeah, why not?
What is your favorite moment in the campaign so far? I would say mine was probably today's, where they just rolled really, really, really well, and we were able to get John back. That
was fun.
Excruciatingly.
Nice.
I really liked a lot of the RP. I think a couple of sessions ago, just the like storyline that like Koibu and Potato kind of built on the spot with Bale and everything. I thought that was really cool. And then also just like one of the very first fights that we had with that Master of Arms, the like super close one. That's like a really, really fucking memorable moment for me.
Yeah.
I'm going to cheat a little bit here, like name a couple moments. One of the best moments for me was running around the island in the first few sessions and having absolutely no idea where the little thing was. I've also really liked Archie's roleplay. Like, he's just like absolutely hilarious when he's actually playing the Archie character. Like, I actually forget that it's Yan and it is Archie.
Yeah.
And I've the ERP between Koibu and Nick has always been hilarious.
It's well practiced.
And,
Thank
I
God we're
really
not in the
enjoyed
same room.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah. It would be too much, wouldn't
The
it?
tension.
And I also really enjoy Muton's playing of Nyoram as just like this absolute horrifying monster. So that's great too. Those are my moments.
Yeah, I'm not sure about moments. I think back to the first time we went to the party island and we were in the tavern and everyone was doing their own little thing, but it all descended into absolute chaos by the end of it. Of us, was Sale chasing the guy who owns the tavern down the street trying to get the lockbox? Yeah, that whole thing was funny.
The lady in the bathroom.
Usually, best moments are like fights, but I think in this campaign it's just been all the role play. I've really, like, for me personally, I've just enjoyed. I enjoyed all the stuff that John did around Port Ferris, and all of that, and there's just been loads of good role play, like between the cast as well. I think the Bale and Sale stuff was really good, but actually, my favorite RP moment was probably Sale and Archie's solo session with Abomna on the island. Just thought the whole thing was hilarious. It was very good.
I really like the Tied to Death roleplay. It's kind of sucks and Todd sometimes because it feels like it's really time constrained, and the brothers are doing like a crazy fucking task, so it doesn't feel like we get much town roleplay going. But that's just because of who they are and what they're doing. Which
you guys are like near demigods, right?
Yeah, like
I'm gonna talk to some commoner. Like, get the fuck out of my way.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
But I think I feel invested in Tombs of Scoria because the characters have been going for so long, and also because of the importance of the world. But I feel actually I feel like I know John better than Nilrim already, just through more like role play and more. I just feel like the character makes more sense.
Better than
Imric.
Okay, yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. What about you, Koibu? What was your favorite moment so far?
This is where you get to pick a favorite.
True.
Yep.
Pick me.
Honestly, it's got to be Seymour critting with the brick. And then rolling an 18 for his dex. Like,
yep.
It would be so funny if I just rolled amazing as Seymour. Whenever I rolled dice as Seymour, it was always like 19s or 20s.
Next question is, how do Sale and Archie feel about Nilrim's actions and the consequences they have led to for Captain Winters? Do they think Winters is really leading Nilrim?
I guess like we're all just kind of looking at, or at least the way that Archie sees it, we're kind of looking at Nilrim like, like a necessary evil that is still under control. And also it seems like we all kind of have this understanding that John is like the captain in name, and Archie's very loyal to him, which kind of gives him a lot of power in the group.
Yeah.
And it's not like Archie doesn't really look up to John because he's this like perfect like authority figure to everyone around him. It's just because he trusts him and he's loyal to him.
Sale?
Sale feels that John's position as captain is only really enforced by Archie. Like, not to be funny, but like if Archie I don't know, fell into a coma, John,
John would cease being captain.
Like, immediately, you're no longer captain.
He'd be a good first mate, though.
Wouldn't even have to have the discussion. It'd just be an acknowledgement. Okay.
John would just nod.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
But while he is captain, Nilrim is willing to play along, which is good.
I think Nilrim's happy with the current arrangement. Nilrim kind of comes up with ideas, and he rhetorically asks John if it's okay. And usually John's like, "Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, I think it's good.
You need a face for the party, right? Like,
he does, yeah. And John's a good front man. He's a good singer.
That's it. You need a front man, someone who can just be the public image. And even if in an actual fight they're not all that useful, or it doesn't even really have to have the best ideas most of the time, but just someone who takes that role.
Yep.
Yeah.
John's got good charisma, and that's what the party needs in the
That's
front.
it.
So
Mm-hmm.
the party's working out pretty well. Make sure you check out the Patreon. I think we're like $30 away from being fully funded. So even if you put in $1, that would help out a ton. So yeah, check it out. Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
All right. We will catch you all next week. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
See yous.